the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
We are here for Game 3 of the Cape Cod Baseball League. The 1-1 Brewster Whitecaps have made the 30-minute drive here to McKeon Park to take on the 2-0 Hyannis Harbor Hawks. We welcome you inside the Tim Elstrom broadcast booth. I'm Nico Sharp, and I'm here alongside Jacob Irons and Josh Schreiber. Our silent reporters Matt Coates and Josie Bros will be here with us in just a second. Guys, the Harbor Hawks are off to 2-0 and a hot start.
Yeah, because of the hard start, it is from timely hitting. And it's a great indication was yesterday's first inning. It was Parker Brocious working a full count walk to lead off the game. It was then the first pitch of the at-bat to Kane Kepley that he would steal and put himself into second. The pitch following, it's a double for Kane Kepley. And the Harbor Hawks would be able to hold on to the lead the entirety, winning 5-1. That just shows you how much timely hitting has benefited this Harbor Hawks team so far in this 2-0 start. Look for that to continue today, Josh.
Yeah, and don't discount the pitching either. It has been absolutely stellar. Just one run given up in the first 2 games. Shut out Falmouth and then held Harwich to just 1 run, who scored 13 against Cam Hill and the Catuit Kettleers in their first game. So the pitching has been stellar, the hitting has been stellar, and most importantly, the situational hitting has been very, very good. So looking to see that continue today.
Yeah, no doubt. And I was able to talk to Mitch Karer before this game, talking a little bit about both sections here. I talked to Mitch Karer before the game. Nico Sharp alongside manager, coach Mitch Karer. And, you know, you got a couple games on your belt. You know, you're getting a little more comfortable, off to a 2-0 start. Can't really say it's been off to a better start, but how's it felt being on Cape so far?
Oh, it's incredible. Back where I'm from, it's 105 there right now, and to be in this 70-degree weather is pretty incredible. Not to mention we're watching some pretty good baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. And we've seen good baseball from your infield, and we've seen the infield switch up every game a little bit, been able to move guys around. What that's been like for you so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice luxury to have. We have basically 3 shortstops that we can kind of shuffle around, well, 4 shortstops that we can kind of shuffle around and put in different spots, and we're going to do the same thing today and kind of mix it up and get everybody a look at different positions.
Awesome. And then we have pitcher Nick McKay on the mound so far. And what are we to expect out of him in tonight's outing?
Well, I think Nick's a really mature kid, 5th-year kid who really knows how to pitch. So we should expect strike throwers, and if there's any adversity, I think he's going to handle it really well, and we expect him to give a good chance to win.
Awesome, Lynn. Looking forward to seeing that tonight. This is the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Now sending it over to Josie Bros with pitching coach. Thank you.
Nice job,
Perfect.
man.
Appreciate you.
Sideline reporter Josie Broyles here with head pitching coach Ray Korn after 2 big games from the Harbor Hawks this season. Coach Korn, what has really impressed you the most with this group of you? Really strong pitchers on the roster. What has been the one standout thing that you've really noticed from this group?
From my point, in the pitching department, we've thrown a lot of strikes. We haven't walked guys. We made good pitches. We kept our team in the game and let our defenders catch the ball. I think that's the biggest thing, is that getting ahead in the count, you know, and then putting a guy away and not walking a guy, not going 3-2 on everybody. So that's been great this early in the year.
We've already chatted a little bit with how long you've been here. What's one thing that you like to tell your players that you think really, you know, they use it a lot? One thing that you really notice they really take in, you know, one piece of advice you give them that you think really regulates with them?
Well, they're here to get drafted next year. If they're here for a vacation, it's the wrong place. They'll have plenty of time to go on vacation. They're here to work, show off for the scouts, and have a chance to reach their dream. That's the biggest thing.
You've got a lot of games left to go. You know, what are you most excited for? Just a really basic, you know, what really excites you the most about the rest of the season?
Well, you know, winning the Cape Championship, that would be the biggest thing, you know, because all these kids will now at their last game go 40 different ways. You know, they'll see each other down the road if they get into pro ball, but a championship and being on the same team with other guys that you never knew before you got here, that'll be something to remember, and they'll stay in touch with each other, and that's the best thing about it, you know. I like that the best, you know.
That's awesome, Coach. Thank you so much. Thank you.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
The 2-0 Hyannis Harbor Hawks are about to take the field, and on the mound for the Harbor Hawks will be number 12, Nick McKay.
Yeah, Nick McKay out of South Dakota State University entered the transfer portal, and he features three main pitches: his fastball, curveball, and changeup. Will occasionally throw a slider, but primarily those three pitches. And there you see those stats transferring to the University of Kentucky. 4-2 with a 3.64 ERA, 1.367 WHIP. See the innings pitch and the K to walk rate. Very, very strong in his collegiate career.
Yeah, no doubt. This is a guy, he missed 3 of his 4 last seasons here. Really excited to get this arm out. No, talking to baseball operations, they were really excited to get this arm out. And now let's take a look at the opposing lineup over there for the Brewster Whitecaps.
Yeah, the Whitecaps lineup is led by J.D. Rogers. Right now coming in third in the Cape Cod Baseball League with a .571 batting average. Behind him is the catcher righty Heflick. Andrew Fisher at second base. In the cleanup spot, Nolan Schubert, who launched a long ball to left field yesterday and is on a 2-game hitting streak, 1 for 3 with an RBI yesterday as well. Daniel Cuvée, the third baseman, is in the 5-hole. Cooper Vest, the first baseman, finds himself in 6th. Rounding out the bottom third of the lineup is Jaden Hilton, Chase Moore, and R.J. Johnson for the Whitecaps here in this first meeting.
Yep, and this should be a good matchup. Nick McKay, a guy, we talked to Mitch Karer before in the video you guys just saw, they're really excited to see his fastball. He can go right after his. That got that competitive nature to him, and as he throws his last few warm-up pitches.
And this is the Brewster Whitecaps lineup. We were marveling at them in batting practice, seeing the pure pop that they had. We saw a number of balls go deep into the Hyannis tree line right behind us in the outfield, but they also strike out quite a bit. So if Nick McKay can use some of that stuff and then get into the bullpen, with a quality start, that's all they can ask for.
And in this situation, what you want to have happen is put your bullpen in a situation that they can succeed in. That's all that you ask for, and that's what the past 2 days have gone. Your starting pitcher has gone the distance far enough that you can give yourself a bullpen an opportunity to see themselves be in front.
No doubt. And J.D. Rogers stepping up to the plate. The Vanderbilt native, the Commodore. When Coach Coleman talked about him a little bit, he said he had elite strength and speed. He was a speed athlete. McKay is ready. Rogers stepping up into the box. He is ready. And the first pitch from McKay is in. Fastball down the middle for strike 1.
And that's what you want out of your outing here, is to have a big spot, hit your first strike, instill the confidence.
The 0-1 down in the zone for ball 1 evens the count to 1-1. The set, the 1-1. Change up, pulls the string on it for a swinging strike, catches Rogers out on his front foot.
That's just a beautiful pitch. Doesn't move a whole lot, but just enough late break to get Rogers to swing right over the top of it.
McKay sets, and the 1-2 delivery. Catches that fastball up in the zone, fouls it off. J.D. Rogers in his matchup against Bourne yesterday was the DH in last night's game. He went 1 for 3 with a walk, scored twice, and struck out once. McKay looks in from the windup and the pitch. Chopper in his own. McKay, 2-hopper. Throws it on over, gets the first out of the game.
Good work by McKay there. Elicits soft contact that he can come off the mound for and doesn't try to rush the throw. Understands he has a little bit of time to get it over the first and provides a firm throw to Natalo. A good first out and a confidence ensuring out here.
And after the first out, it'll be number 27, Ryder Helfrich out of Arkansas, due up. First pitch is a breaking ball down in the zone for 1-0.
Helfrich ranked as the number 33 overall prospect in the class of 2023. Freshman at Arkansas this past year.
And the 1-0. Up in the zone, he did not go. 2-0 in the count.
Now Arkansas, obviously a team in the SEC, a team with a lot of talent. Only played in 31 games with 15 total hits. So not the season he would like to have, but hopefully can.
Catches the ball out in front for a line drive base hit to get Brewster on the base paths.
That's a good piece of hitting. Just swings through it and drops it into no man's land in left field. Although Kepley's got great speed over there, he can't do too much on a well-hit, well-placed ball. And Whitecaps are able to get on the board and get their first hit of the day.
And that'll bring up the lefty 3-hole, number 13, Andrew Fisher out of Ole Miss, another SEC native.
Yeah, Fisher for the Rebels at a 282 on the year.
And the pitch, a check swing. Silva cannot makes the play. And that'll allow Fisher to get on with Helfrich moving to third. Now we have runners on the corners here with only one out.
Yeah, tough play there. Silva was looking to turn two to go for Hyannis' second double play of the year, but Snow wasn't over there in time to get the coverage, and Silva throwing it without even a holster on it and sending it into left center field. Good backup by Brocious, but now runners onto the corners. Here still looking for two more outs to try and end the damage here in the top of the first.
And that'll bring up the cleanup. Number 15, Nolan Schubart, the Big 12 native out of Oklahoma State. Showed a little bit of power last night against the matchup against Bourne. 1 for 3 with a walk, scored a run, had an RBI on his home run in last night's game. Goes up with a fastball up in the zone, in for 0-1, gets ahead. Runners on the corners with Helfrich on third base and the second baseman Andrew Fisher on first. Looks in, the 0-1 delivery. And has a ball just a bit outside to even the count to ones. McKay looking in. And the 1-1. Breaking ball down in the zone, gets him to chase. 1-2.
That was a beautiful pitch by McKay there. That ball just dove underneath the zone. I think that was a changeup that time. And just sunk right underneath the bat.
The 1-2 delivery. Changeup low in the zone. Schubart does not bounce.
Nolan Schubart, one of the very best hitters in the entire country, going to be going to Team USA training camp soon enough. Here in the Cape to start the season, though.
Pickoff is late. He slides in safely, is Andrew Fisher at first base.
And guys, sorry, Jacob, but this is a guy in Nolan Schubart that he gets guys to come to games, or I should say gets fans to come to games. He is a talent that is certainly going to get drafted very high soon enough. And, I mean, it's the type of guy where you see him in the box and you say, okay, that guy is just a little bit different than everyone else.
Yeah, Schubart hit 370 and had a slugging percentage of .838 for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. 3-2, runners not in motion. Fastball is outside, and that'll be a free base for Nolan Schubart, and that will load the bases.
And not what you want to have happen there, but in this scenario, sets up for the double play in a pretty solid position. Bases loaded, you can go anywhere you want. But you got to try and get a ground ball, anything in the air, especially with one out. Cuvée can try and loft it, can surely get in a sacrifice.
And that will bring up number 14, Daniel Cuvée, out of U of Miami. Steps into the box, 6'3", big frame there in the right-hander's batter's box. Nick McKay, bases loaded, one out here early in the top of the first. Fastball catches the corner there for a good 0-1 strike.
Cuvée, another highly talented player. Freshman out of Miami, one of the top prospects in the 2023 draft. Taken in the 17th round just because they knew he was going to go to college.
And that is a tough breaking ball in, misses the zone, gets him swinging. Cuvée for an 0-2, gets ahead early.
Cuvée, the type of guy where you could totally see him going in the first or second round in a couple years' time.
McKay, the 0-2. Breaking ball, catches that outer corner, gets a strike out looking in Cuvée. And that'll bring up 2 outs for Cooper Vest.
And there's that breaking ball that kind of just buckled Cuvé's knees. He started it up where it looked like it was going to be up and in at his shoulder. Cuvée didn't bite, dropped right down top of the zone, strike 3.
Cooper Vest had a great year out of BYU. He led the team in runs scored, triples, and had the best fielding percentage for BYU. Bases remain juiced with 2 outs. Fastball catches the top of the zone in there for 0-1. Bases still loaded here early. McKay found in some trouble. Got the strikeout looking there with bases loaded and 1 out. Looks to see if he can continue that success here. Fastball up in the zone. Gets him swinging. 0-2.
Cooper Vest got the bleach blonde hair going in the back right there.
McKay sets. 0-2 the count. Tries to go climb the ladder. Does not get him to chase. Count is 1-2.
Nico, I could see you rocking that look.
Yeah, you know
the frosty tips.
Yeah,
we tried to do that my freshman year whenever our team made the playoffs. But I decided best. It wasn't quite my look, so I did not end up doing it.
I think it would have looked good, Nico.
The 1-2. Try to climb the zone and again. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs. The 2s are hot.
And here in this spot, this is huge. If he can find a way to get a strikeout and leave the bases loaded, that's a huge motivation for this Harbor Hawks team when they go back into the dugout to pick up the bats.
This will be his 31st pitch of the inning as well.
Bases loaded. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs. Fights off the tough pitch low in the zone. Keeps him alive. Still remains 2-2.
This is the battle brewing. Both parties understand how important this first inning is and the opportunity they have in front of them can be for the remainder of this game.
McKay looks in, pitches the Vest. Breaking ball. Can't get him to chase there on a tough low breaker. Tries to go back foot. Count is 3-2 with 2 strikes. The runners will be in motion on the pitch.
Anything in the outfield here, a base hit will easily score 2 runs.
And 2, if not 3, with him having 31 RBIs in this past season. Fastball up in the zone, does not chase. And a free base will be awarded and a free run for the Brewster Whitecaps to go up 1-0 early here in the top of the first.
Yeah, second walk so far from McKay on the mound. Showing command, but it's really been the fastball that's been elevated so far in this first inning. Just got to try and sneak it down, but doesn't get any easier with Jaden Hilton.
Yeah, the 6'5" out of Stetson had a .238 batting average this year. And he goes for strike one, 0-1 here with bases still loaded here with 2 outs. Jaden Hilton went 0 for 2 with a walk, scored on his walk and a strikeout in yesterday's game. The 0-1 delivery. Tries to get him a chase on a breaking ball to even the count up, 1-1.
Good job by Janik. Got away from his glove for a hot second. Was able to keep it just enough in front of him to keep Fisher at ease at third.
Saw Janik catch game 1 here in McKeon Park. Got the night off last night. Had Garza be the battery in last night's game. Back in there today. Breaking ball hit to Eric Snow's glove side. Snow makes a play. Throws to first. Gets the out. And after a loaded base affair, only 1 run comes across for the Brewster Whitecaps. It is 1-0 going into the bottom of the first.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
And we are back here for the bottom of the first. Brewster Whitecaps get the early lead, 1-0. Harbor Hawks are due up.
Yeah, and this is how they stack up today. A little bit of a change into today's lineup. Parker Brocious still leading it off with Kane Kepley behind him, but it's John Gazdar making the jump all the way to third. He's in the designated hitter role today, out from the middle infield after 2 stellar days on the field. Wallace Clark moves over to shortstop. He finds himself in the cleanup spot as Zach York takes a step away from the lineup today. Michael Natalo, the DBU product, at first base. Camden Janik in at catcher. Anthony Silva in the 7-hole. Eric Snow in 8. And Nick Groves back again to the 9-hole, where he's been so successful so far this season.
And on the pitching side for the Whitecaps, it'll be the left-hander out of UMiami, Ashton Crowther. Crowther, a guy with a fastball slider changeup mix, will also occasionally throw a curveball as well. Fastball sits around 89, 90 miles an hour. It's a hard changeup around 85, 86, so not a huge difference there, but really likes to use the slider as a put-away pitch, especially lefty on lefty. Lots of horizontal break. Similar velo as that curveball. The curveball's a little bit more your typical 12-6, but that's what the Harbor Hawks will be seeing here today.
And the first pitch to Parker Brocious is fouled straight back. Parker Brocious worked the pitches a lot in last night's affair. He was 0 for 1, but had 3 walks in last night's game, and this is a guy we've talked about so much with his play discipline and going deep into counts early in the game. The 0-1 looks to be a changeup low and away, and Parker Brocious spits on it for a 1-1 count.
Changeup has quite a bit of horizontal break in addition to up and down.
And the ball is fouled, and they will run out of room there for the count to go to 1-2.
There's that fastball. You saw it was on the outside corner that time. Does have a little bit of that sinker type action where it's not just going to be straight when you throw in the high 80s, low 90s. You really can't throw a straight 4-seam fastball. So he'll put guys away with that outside fastball as well.
The 1-2 delivery is a grounder to Cuvée. Cuvée going to let it go, and it is just going to stay fair. Hit right on the line on the third base, and Parker Brocious will get himself a single.
Great piece of hitting from Parker Brocious, running the chart the entire time. That's what you need to have happen, and then getting the friendly help from third base on top of that has so much benefit that you get Parker Brocious aboard for Kane Kepley, who's been such a hot bat for the Harbor Hawks in the past 2.
And Kane Kepley has had a hot bat indeed. Went 2 for 3 with 2 hits and scored both those times last night. The lefty-lefty matchup. Fastball in on the hands for strike 1.
Nico, how difficult is it to hit a fastball that's running in on your hands lefty on lefty?
Yeah, no, it's hard to keep your hands inside the ball right there. And the 0-1 delivery comes in, back in on the hands. It's so tough to keep your hands inside the ball when the ball is coming towards it. And it's easy to just pull around right there and roll over. So it's going to be very difficult for these lefties to try to keep their hands inside and work the opposite direction. 1-1. Parker Brocious takes a couple steps out. And the 1-1. Catches that lower third for 1-2. Kane Kepley, a guy with high contact rate, had an 89% contact rate and with 91% with pitches in the zone. So this is a guy who does not strike out very much, very handsy and a good contact guy. The 1-2. Catches that outer corner once again. Gets the pitch, and that is a strikeout for the Brewster Whitecaps for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, ball appeared just a bit off the plate, but a really nicely executed fastball that time by Crowther to have that ball come back, arm side run, at least what seemed to be over the plate.
And that'll bring out number 14, John Gazdar, as a pickoff to first base. No avail. John Gazdar getting half the night off, being in the DH in tonight's game. Seen him so far play the shortstop position and second base. Tonight he is DHing, and he'll be focusing on hitting today. Pitch from Crowther. Ball is just out, and so far Crowther seemed to be working in and out the zone, trying to work edges so far early in this matchup.
And for Gazdar, had himself a home run yesterday, allowing himself to sneak in to the designated hitter role.
And the 1-0. Gazdar hits a blooper, finds grass, and that'll be a base hit as it drops right in front of the left fielder in Schubart. Gazdar caught off his front foot there, just able to find some grass to move the runners to first and second.
Just a high arching rainbow ball off of the bat that finds the gray area between Moore, the shortstop, and Schubart, the left fielder. No one could get there in time. It was low enough to the ground, and now Helfrich out to have a conversation with his hurler here early with a little bit of traffic behind him.
Brings up an interesting matchup in Wallace Clark, as you saw there on the graphic, but Clark has a little bit of history with Crowther. This past season, faced him once in their collegiate season, went 1-for-1 with a walk-off 2-run single. Hit that ball to left center field real hard. We'll see if he can get the best of him again here today.
And with a runner on scoring position, that is exactly what he's hoping to do with 42 RBIs scored in his season this spring. And the runners go. He goes for Gazdar at second base, and he gets him. Oh, he's called safe. He is called safe. Gazdar able to slip his hand through, and that'll allow both runners to advance with 2 runners in scoring position now.
Now this is going to have a conversation to come from the manager of Brewster, out to have a convo with Robert Melms, third base umpire.
And you can see the motion there from the head coach saying, you went to start to punch him out and then decided safe. What was the confusion there? So I'm sure that's the explanation that our umpires are giving.
Sometimes you got to wait for the play to happen, and it's one of those situations where sometimes the reflexes go with you, and then you have to wait. It wasn't a hard pump, but then ultimately allowed himself to reestablish the signal, and now you have the double steal. Now you have 2 in scoring position after the conversation.
And that is over there on second base. That is Mickey Garcia as the umpire Even faked me out there a little bit, guys. He went for the arm. I
Yeah.
saw the arm come up. Fooled me. I'll tell you that much.
Now we got a pitch, or not pitch calm, but some sort of, it may be a wristband issue that we saw yesterday in Harwich, and at least now the coach is helping him out. Yesterday in Harwich, we saw, I think it was Michael Benzer, the relief pitcher, who took like 2.5 minutes to figure out that wristband. No one went over to help him. Now they seem to have gotten it.
Seems like it was just a swap. We swap with the dugout to get a new one here, and
I shouldn't have spoken that quickly. He hasn't gotten that band on yet.
as we learned yesterday, Josh, that sometimes can be the hardest part of the
I
job.
guess so.
Crowther seems to get it with ease. That first pitch was a ball up in the zone. 2 ducks on the pond for Wallace Clark, with John Gazdar at second base and Parker Brocious at third. And the 1-0 gets the bottom of the corner, evens the count back up to 1-1. Wallace Clark able to get a base hit in last night's game, went 1 for 3 and scored in that run. Also worked a walk in the later stage of the game. Changeup does not get him to chase, just off the plate. Wallace Clark back up in 2-1.
Crowther working very meticulously right now, trying to pick at corners.
And the 2-1. Tries to go for that lower third corner again, does not get it. Count is now 3-1. Crowther looks in. 3-1 and sets. And Wallace Clark able to get it out front. Brocious will score easily. Gazdar looks to be held up at third. And that is an RBI single for Wallace Clark.
Talked about timely hitting at the top of the show today. It's exactly that from Wallace Clark. Has 2 in scoring position. And once again, it's that no man's land in left field that proves to be beneficial for the Harbor Hawks to get their first run across. And we're back at a 0-0 ball game, just out of 1-1.
And almost an identical swing to what we saw in his collegiate season when he did have that walk-off single right into left center field. Line drive base hit, that time 85 miles per hour off the bat.
And that'll bring up the Patriot from DBU, Michael DiTallo. Runs on first and third, and the pitch. DiTallo swings at the first pitch. That ball is hit up in the zone. And that'll be out. Ryder Helfrich making an attempt at it, but it is way beyond the net for 0-1.
DiTallo wants that pitch back, a changeup that kind of just hung in the middle of the zone. DiTallo clearly just under it, but that ball could have been hit a long way.
And the pick off to Clark, no avail. Michael DiTallo able to get an RBI in last night's matchup, went 1 for 5 with a runner in scoring position in Gazdar at third base. Wallace Clark dancing over there at first base. The 0-1 fouled straight back for 0-2.
DiTallo just trying to find that timing right now. Kind of late on, just a tick late on everything.
Count is 0-2 here with 1 out. Clark on first base, and again the pickoff.
Keep him honest. Clark maybe half a step off the bag at that point.
Yeah, Clark seems to be dancing over there, but has a one-way lead otherwise. Crowther, the 0-2, tries to get a breaking ball in the corner. That is up in the zone for ball 1.
And I think here for Crowther, understanding that the Harbor Hawks right now tied for first with Bourne with 6 stolen bases on the year. If you're the Whitecaps, you want to keep looking over there a little bit more, understanding the speed you have on the base paths against you in the Harbor Hawks.
And the 1-2 breaking ball off the front foot. DiTallo hanging in there. His count still remains 1-2.
So on that first 0-2 pitch, he showed that curveball for the first time today. Does tend to miss up with it, and that's why It's his 4th most used pitch.
Wallace Clark having a small one-way lead over that first base. And the 1-2 hits straight up in the air. And that ball is going over to the right fielder. And the tag. John Gadsner coming to play, and it is cut off by first baseman Cooper Vest, and that'll be a second run. And that is an RBI sac fly for Michael DeTalo.
Again, your job here for Michael DeTarlo, gets enough under it and puts it far enough out for Rogers to have a play at it, and it was ultimately Vest coming in to cut it off. The ball would have gotten there to at least make a play. Definitely would have pulled Helfrich away from the plate at the moment.
And that'll bring up the catcher, Camden Janik. Got the night off last night. First pitch swinging, big swing there up in the zone for 0-1.
It's like a new bat today for Janik. Got those Harbor Hawks colors, the light blue and orange. Pretty close to his collegiate colors. More of a navy blue and orange, but seems to be comfortable with those.
It's nice when the colors from school match up with your summer team, because then you have the opportunity to look like you're in the know before you even were in the know. And that's what you got for Janik here. Don't have to change any of the wardrobe. I don't either. I come prepared with the Hyannis Harbor Hawks colors with the red hair on my head.
It does match very well.
It does, doesn't it?
We appreciate, you coming in with that color of hair to match our jerseys. We love to see that's dedication right there from Jacob Irons. 1-1. Wallace still on first base. Big swing there from Janik. Counted moves to 1-2. One and two here with 2 outs. Harbor Hawks lead 2-1 as they put up yet another crooked number here in the bottom of the first. 1-2. Janik throws his hands out there. Vest making a play over the shoulder, and he does get it. And that will end the first inning. Brewster Whitecaps 1, Harbor Hawks respond with 2.
Serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long, thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit thenacapecod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is proud to be the Light Up the Park sponsor of the Harbor Hawks all season long. And as we enter the top of the first, Nick McKay back out there, and due up for the Brewster Whitecaps is Chase Mora, R.J. Johnson Jr., and then it goes back up to the top of the lineup with J.D. Rogers.
Yeah, after an illustrious first inning for McKay on the bump, he's going to see Moore and Johnson for the first time. And it's now how Brewster really addresses their at-bats after now. This is going to be their second time seeing McKay on the bump.
Chase Mora last night versus the Braves went 1 for 4, had an RBI in that outing, was striking out twice. And McKay, the 0-0, first pitch is a breaking ball in the dirt. 1-0.
Can hear in the crowd, Mike, the
hardworking bad boys back there. And the 1-0 is a swinging strike. Evens the count to 1-1.
Got to put a Fitbit on them or something. Try to get them, see how many steps they're taking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Another swinging strike. Big swing there from the shortstop, Chase Mora. Chase Mora out of Texas State, from Tomball, Texas. So staying in his home state, a 6'2 sophomore. The 1-2 is a breaking ball in the dirt. Mora wanted to chase it. Held up, though, evens the count, 2-2.
I like Mora's bat as well. We got some really cool bats. We're going to see Anthony Silva when he comes up next inning. He's got the bright orange lightsaber. Mora with the pink.
With the count even, fouls it straight off the foot of Janik. Mora stays alive. Brewster Whitecaps left them loaded in last inning. Got a couple hits, worked a couple walks, and an error. Fastball up in the zone. Sends Chase Moore back to the dugout, and that is out number 1.
Just a beautiful pitch by Nick McKay, climbing the ladder that time. Could see earlier in the at-bat, Mora was biting on that high fastball. Knew he could come back to the well later on.
And that'll bring up the lefty, number 1, R.J. Johnson Jr. The junior out of Rutgers comes up for his first plate appearance. And that is sent up the middle. Wallace to his glove side. Spinning throw. You better believe it. Wallace makes it look easy for the second out of the inning.
Man, oh man, Wallace Clark, you have a home in Hyannis, and it's on the diamond everywhere. You are putting the blue and orange on. He was at third base the first 2 games. Move over to the shortstop, no problem, Nico and Josh. He makes a ranging play off the spin move, and a great grab by Datalo as well at first. 2 away. Wow.
And next up, that'll bring up J.D. Rogers, number 26, grounded back to McKay in his first plate appearance.
You know, I don't think you see very often one guy get so many chances at such difficult plays and make them every single time. These first 2 games and 1 inning and 2 outs have been very impressive for Wallace Clark thus far.
Yeah, so far he's been able to get it done from third and short. Gets the first 2 outs of the inning, and the 1-1 breaking ball down in the zone. Rogers does not chase.
J.D. Rogers chopped back to the pitcher his first time up.
2-1 pitch is up in the zone, off the mask of Marvick Gomez. Gives a thumbs up pretty quickly. He is all right. Everything is all good.
Missed our crowd mic there by inches. Hit the radar gun right next to it instead.
Nick McKay so far making quick work in this top half of the second. And the 2s are hot here in McKeon Park. Fastball over the glove of Anthony Silva, and that'll be a base hit for J.D. Rogers.
Rogers continues to have a great start to his summer on Cape Cod. First hit of the day. Now extends his hitting streak to 3 games so far, and all 3 of them, he's found himself aboard via the hit.
And that ball gets away from Datalo. And Rogers will move to second, and he will move station to station and stay at second base.
Good idea that time by Nick McKay to go with the pickoff. Actually Would have been a close play over at first, but the ball ended up hitting Rogers. I think it might have been on the helmet, actually. Ball scooted away. Free 90 for Rogers.
With Rogers now in scoring position, that brings up Ryder Helfrich still at the plate. Had that line drive to left field for the base hit. Breaking ball, low and away in the dirt. Helfrich is quickly up in the count, 1-0.
Ryder Helfrich, another one of those top catching prospects. Hyannis hoping to get one of their own in Alex Sosa soon enough.
Fastball gets that outer half to bring the count back up to 1-1.
But Helfrich was right in that same class. I'll have to check the exact numbers. Helfrich, the number 3 catcher prospect according to Perfect Game. I think Sosa was right around there.
Breaking ball does not get Helfrich to chase. Helfrich back up in the count, 2-1 with 2 outs. J.D. Rogers still on second base with Eric Snow keeping him honest. Back to even the count. The 2s are back and hot here in McKeon Park as McKay evens the count back up to 2-2. Rogers dancing over there at second base. Ball up in the zone. That is a pop fly to right fielder, and he camps under it. Makes the play easily as Nick Groves, and that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Harbor Hawks still lead 2-1.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team.
Safe.
The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
And as we come back here in the bottom of the second, Harbor Hawks still lead 2-1. And let's take a look at manager Mitch Karer.
Yeah, Mitch Karer, Fresno City College, current JUCO coach. In his first season, and so far has had a great start to his season thus far. 2-0 start, can't ask for too much better in how you want it to be drawn up. Got a birthday win on opening day, then got a Father's Day win as he's the father of 3 little girls who are on the Cape with him this summer. So no special day for him today, but can he still get the win? I think he's
we gotta
hoping
find
he
something
can.
then. We gotta find some sort of special day for him.
We're gonna put that on you, Josh.
I'll look for something.
This is a Josh Alytic stat if I've ever heard one.
And due up for the Harbor Hawks, it'll be TCU man Anthony Silva, followed by the returner Eric Snow, then the right fielder in Nick Groves. Looks like we have another pitch comm issue, this time with the catcher. Yeah, that'll be Ryder Helfrich over there again, fixing his earpiece. Looks like he is all set, coming back, returning to the box.
I don't know if Mitch Karer has ever had the job of being a garbage man, but today is Global Garbage Man Day.
I knew it. What'd I tell you, Nico?
And the first pitch to this bottom of the second is a strike looking to Silva. Leave it to Josh, though, to find something for the day. That is Josh the Licks at his finest. And that is a ground ball. Easy chopper thrown over to first. The pick by Vest is done. Chopper to Chase Mora makes the play, but a great end there by Cooper Vest to make the play. And let's take a look on how this Brewster Whitecaps looks defensively.
Yeah, you look in the field. From left to right, it's Nolan Schubart, Johnson in center, Rogers in right. Then Cuvée, Mora, Fisher, Vest are the infield, and then Helfrich at catcher, and Hilton is the DH.
And Eric Snow, another ground ball to Mora. Mora fields it cleanly, throws over to Vest, makes the throw, and gets quickly out number 2.
Two quick outs here for the bottom of the Harbor Hawks order. Both putting it in play, but let's see if Nick Groves can start a 2-out rally.
And after 3 hits for the Harbor Hawks in the bottom of the first, so far, Crowther going 1-2 and quick outs here for the lefty-lefty matchup here with Nick Groves. Right back in the zone for strike 1 to Nick Groves. And the 0-1 in this lefty matchup. And it catches the corner here for 0-2. Crowther quickly up 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Nick Groves a 9-hole and 0 for 3, but did have an RBI with a walk in last night's matchup. The 0-2 is a chase pitch, changeup down in the zone, catches some dirt. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Curveball tries to get it to break. Breaks off the zone. Groves does not chase. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Harbor Hawks up with Nick Groves at the plate. Foul tipped, straight back up in the zone. Count remains 2-2.
See Groves really shorten up that swing with 2 strikes. He's trying to make contact. Did a nice job yesterday, had an RBI on what ended up being an error, but run would have scored anyways on an RBI ground out with 2 strikes.
And Crowther tries to catch and nibble at that low and away corner. Does not get it. Count is back full. 3-2 here, still with 2 outs. Crowther so far doing really well, working in and out, trying to nibble at both corners. Full count. And that is ball 4 there, and another good at bat from Nick Groves as he works another walk.
Nick Groves working a great at bat there, understanding he has to have his own plate discipline in that spot, knowing that Marvick Gomez, the home plate umpire, it's like that outer part of the plate so far today. Holds on it now with 2 outs. What can the Harbor Hawks do?
And Parker Brochus comes back up to the plate. Got a single on that little chopper that hit the bag there early in the bottom of the first. So he's 0 for 1 the day later would score to score one of the Harbor Hawks runs. Nick Groves on first base with the oven mitt on his left hand. Picks him off. And he stands up easily.
Nick Groves really the perfect guy to turn over your order. Runs very well. Good defender, good bat speed.
Tries to get that inside corner, does not get it. Count is 1-1.
On base almost 45% of the time, and he's done such a good job in that 9 spot the first 3 games of the season.
And that is also a guy with 19 steals, so that's a guy you want on first base here with 2 outs. Crowther works back to first base. Groves comes back in standing.
Really paying a lot of attention over to him over there.
So far, it seems like the Harbor Hawks are having this one-way lead when it comes to this lefty and Crowther. They've come back standing every time he's done that pickoff move. So it looks like they're taking that jab step back every time he lifts his leg. And Groves is moving. The throw away, and it is safe at second base as he comes in sliding.
That's Groves' second stolen base of the summer, and just goes to show you how explosive Harbor Hawks can be on the base pass and putting themselves in scoring position.
And we've seen that time and time again from the Harbor Hawks so far, finding ways in scoring position, having that timely hitting. Parker Brocious, the 2-1, fouls it off towards the first base side. And with Groves now in scoring position, the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs. Nick Groves reaching by the walk and having that stolen base. Parker Brocious, known as a good contact guy with great plate discipline, here with 2 strikes. Fouls it straight back, keeps the at-bat alive.
You'd struggle to find anyone on the Cape who's had put together consistently better at-bats than Parker Brocious has in his first 10 or so at-bats of the season.
You talk about a great player, but then you also talk about a very nice individual to talk to time and time again. You talk baseball with him. He's always open and honest with us. A great individual both on the field and off.
Breaking ball fouled once again towards the first base side into the woods area. Count remains 2-2.
Then add on, the week before, they had an off day. Still was at the field getting some work in the cages. It shows he's a big Atlanta Braves fan. I'd have to imagine he would love to find himself in Atlanta one day playing in the majors.
Count still is 2 balls, 2 strikes here with Nick Groves still stands second base. Crowther. And that ball is a ground ball, and that is a chopper. Easy play to Vest, and that is out number 3. Crowther avoids all damage. Runner in scoring position on second base, but to no avail. The Harbor Hawks still lead 2-1.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Welcome back here as Harbor Hawks have taken the field. 2 games in. Let's see how the standings look early here with 2 games done.
It's only 2 2-0 teams, one in the West and one in the East, and it's Hyannis and YD, the rivals on the 4th of July weekend so far leading the way across the league, and everyone else so far with 1 win, 1 loss besides Falmouth and Orleans, who've dropped their first 2 games of the year. But it's the beauty of 40 games. There's still so much baseball left to be played here on the Cape.
Due up this half inning for the Brewster Whitecaps will be Andrew Fisher, Nolan Schubart, and Daniel Cuvée. And the 1-0 catches that lower third. Count is 1-1. Andrew Fisher reaching base last time due to that ground ball to Silva that was thrown into right field. And that miscommunication on second base. That is another off-speed pitch in there for 2-1, down in the dirt.
Another changeup, just kind of missed inside a bit.
Heater up in the zone, gets him swinging in a big cut there by Andrew Fisher.
Yeah, swing so hard may have come out of his batting gloves a little bit. Called time to reset those.
Yeah, that was a big swing there by Andrew Fisher. And Ole Miss had 17 home runs in his last season, so that's a guy who can produce a lot of power. You saw a little bit there with that big swing. Nick McKay, 2-2. Gets it up in the zone, gets him swinging for another strikeout for McKay.
Yeah, his third of the day. And it's a huge fastball up and away. And for McKay, it's a good job to once again locate his pitches. And after that little bit of a rough patch in the first inning, it appears that he settled in onto the bump. Is starting to find the rhythm that he was looking for.
And with one out, McKay, breaking ball, gets that inner half. And Schubart's just going to ask the umpire, was at the corner right there, as it just nipped that inner corner. Another breaking ball, that part lower in the zone. Strike two, 0-2 to count early here to Schubart.
Beautiful slider that time from McKay. Nothing Schubart could do other than swing and miss.
Gets ahead early, 0-2. Just foul as Schubart going gets that fastball inside the zone.
Schubart had the timing on it for a split second, just couldn't have it run the way down.
McKay with 2 strikes, tries to get him to chase with that breaking ball. Does not get him to go. So far, McKay loving these breaking balls here late in the count with 2 strikes. Has to get a little cheer for the bat boy as he's working hard down there. Doing a lot of those steps, Schreiber, like you mentioned earlier.
I go to the gym. You don't need a gym membership if you're a bat boy. Get your cardio right at McKeon Park.
The 1-2, a little grunt out of McKay, gets the fastball up in the zone for strike 3 to get 2 outs.
The big man goes down swinging. Nolan Schubart made to look silly that at bat. Nick McKay got the best of him.
Yeah, McKay doing a great job mixing in his pitches there. Fastball, breaking ball, off speed there. Showing a little bit of everything. Had that curveball in the pitch before. Works that fastball up in the zone. Climbs the ladder a little bit. And with 2 outs here, that'll bring up the third baseman, Daniel Cuvée. Cuvée struck out looking in his last appearance against McKay. Fastball fouled in straight back. Daniel Cuvée, the freshman out of U of Miami. The big 6'3" third baseman. Fastball's up in the zone. McKay so far working really hard on that fastball. You hear a little grunt out of him, really using a lot of energy in these fastballs as his velos seem to go up as the game is going along. Counts even at 1-1. Breaking ball on the zone. Wallace makes a play on the run. And there's no doubt there with Wallace Clark making the play, and that is out number 3.
Yeah, great job by Wallace Clark to round on the base to make the ground out. It's a huge play there for Wallace Clark in at the shortstop position.
And it's just about time for the bottom of the third. So before that, let's send it over to our own Matt Coates.
Thanks, guys. For our fans who might have missed the first 2 games, and you look back at the box score, it might look like there wasn't a lot of heartache in those first 2 games. 10-0 victory to open the season, and then a 5-1 victory last night in Harwich. However, I caught up with manager Mitch Karer after the game and talked about it, and he said there was a little bit of heartburn in the bottom of the 9th inning last night. Closer Stone Cushing was on the mound, loaded the bases, and then the tying run was at the plate for Harwich. However, manager Mitch Karer said He's been in these situations at BYU, pitched in lots of high leverage situations, had the utmost confidence in him, went out, got 2 Ks, and got us our second victory of the year. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt Coates, once again for another great story, guys. And we talked about that a little bit in last night's matchup. Very close one, just like Matt said. It seems like we may have had a good lead, but a little bit of a scare there in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, a little bit of a scare, but once again, I think it was best put in Hawk Talk when you talk to Mitch Karer. That's what he does at school. Allow the roles of your pitchers to dictate the roles that they have on your team. Stone Cushing led the Big 12 with saves, so why wouldn't you put him in this situation? And he found himself in that spot for the Harbor Hawks and takes advantage of it, and everyone had confidence in him. And it just goes to show you, everyone seems through these first 2 games to have a role, whether you're a pitcher, a hitter, or a bench player for this Harbor Hawks team right now. Everyone has a role, and everyone's doing their job.
As that first pitch to Kane Kepley is a strike. You talk about guys doing their roles. This top of the lineup for the Harbor Hawks have been doing just that. Kane Kepley, the lefty-lefty matchup. Breaking ball, low and away in the zone. Count is 1-1.
Yeah, the 2 of them yesterday, Ambrosius and Kepley, found themselves aboard 7 times in the win against Harwich. That's what you want out of your leadoff men, is give yourself an opportunity with your 3rd and your 4th hole hitter to try and score in some runs. It's worked. That's how you're able to get the 2 runs the Harbor Hawks possessed so far. It was off of the Brocious reaching off that shallow little single.
Crowther makes the nice glove side play. Nice little toss in there to get out number 1.
Yeah, great job by Crowther. Just absolute instincts that time. Ball hit, high chopper right back to him. Hit pretty hard, 87 miles an hour off the bat. Jumped up, stabbed it out of the air, and underhand toss over to first base.
Yeah, using all of that southpaw frame to be able to reach that one to get out number 1. First pitch to John Gaspar is taken for a strike. The 0-1 to John. Hit hard, straight up the middle. But the old we got it guy will be done. R.J. Johnson Jr. camps under it for out number 2.
Yeah, hard, loud contact, but nothing comes from it. That's just sometimes baseball. You can really make a great contact to the ball, but sometimes they're just there. And Johnson that time didn't have to go all that far, ranging to his left side.
92 miles an hour off the bat, 327 feet and 7 inches.
And as we talked about it previously, that is the exact details of TrackMan. It tells you exactly everything we need to know, even down to the inches.
I love it.
And quickly, Ashton Crowther is up 0-2 on Wallace Clark. These pitchers seem to be settling in as the game goes along here. Quickly down 0-2. 2 outs. Tries to get him a chase with that arm side ball. Count is 1-2.
Wallace Clark hitting a measly 1,000 in his career against Ashton Crowther. Now 2 for 2.
And that ball is hardly hit to left center field. Goes back and he camps under it, making the play as left fielder Nolan Schubart, ranging to his glove side, makes the play. Score here remains 2-1. Harbor Hawks still leading. This is the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your team.
It all starts here at Dean College.
And we are back here at the top of the floor. Score remains Hyannis 2, Brewster Whitecaps 1. And we got a new righty on the mound, Andres Galan, number 42.
Yeah, Galan out of UC Berkeley, standing in at 6'4", had a 3.40 ERA through 39 and 2/3 innings pitched, and it's going to be his first outing out on the Cape so far. Came in on Friday, late Friday night at 11 o'clock, got his jersey on Saturday, got his bearings, moved into his host family, and now what must feel like a whirlwind for him finally starts to settle down, and with it, he finds himself on the mound and had a whip of a 1.2 in his spring, and was traditionally a starter, though, for the Golden Bears with 7 games started with 11 appearances.
Galan, mostly a fastball slider guy, will sprinkle in a couple curveballs and changeups in there as well, but get a look at the fastball. It's fairly straight, a little bit of two-seam arm action. Arm side run, I should say. But overall, pretty straightforward for Galan.
And due up will be Cooper Vest, the first baseman here, as he takes ball 1 for count 1-0. The first baseman, Cooper Vest.
Yeah, Vest was able to work a walk off McKay back in the first. That saw 6 batters find their way over to first.
And Nick McKay's outing, he finished up with 3 innings pitched, had 2 hits, 1 run. That 1 run was not earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts in just 3 innings. And the 1-1, breaking ball finds its way through for a base hit for number 7, Cooper Vest.
Ball was hit hard, 90 miles an hour off the bat, but this infield grass of Hyannis gave Michael DiTallo a chance to reach it, but just out of the reach on the sprawling attempt. Now here's a guy in Jaden Hilton that we saw warming up. He hit a ball dead center over the trees, at least the initial trees out there. Probably hit 430 feet.
First pitch is way low for a ball, 1-0. Jaden Hilton grounded out to the third baseman in Silva in his first plate appearance. Count is 1-0. Cooper Vest taking a small lead over there at first base. And the pitch. Outside corner. Count is now 1-1 here with 0 out still. Galan looks in, sets, and the delivery gets him in a big swing there from the power hitter in Jaden Hilton. Count goes 1-2.
Talk about his BP, and it just had pop off of you. We were up here in our production meeting before the game, and everyone just had to turn their head and look because of the just pure sound that was coming off his bat.
Yeah, and you can really see it from the power of his swing. You know, he has heavy hands. You know, we saw that a little bit in BP, but we're seeing it here too. Big swings, and that was a big swing there, even on a 2-strike pitch. Count remains 1-2. Galan versus Hilton in their first matchup against each other. 2-strike pitch, gets him swinging with a breaking ball, low in the zone. Gets the chase pitch. Hilton goes down swinging.
That's a huge pitch in that spot for Galan. Going low with it, especially with the 6'5" frame from Hilton. He's going to have to really reach down to grab it. It's great placement from the Golden Bear.
Gets his first out and his first strikeout here in his first appearance in the Cape. Mora gets a pop fly in the middle. Wallace calls it off, makes the play. That is out number 2.
Nice job by Galan there. Working quickly, nice quick out. Hopefully he can get the third out and escape this inning with the lead.
With there only being a 1-run difference here in 2-1. Breaking ball can't catch the outside part of the zone. Ball 1. R.J. Johnson so far 0 for 1, grounded out to the shortstop in Wallace with that amazing play. Fastball out in the zone. R.J. Johnson quickly up in the count here at 2-0. Two outs here in the top of the 4th. Cooper Vest still standing on first base. Just gets the outside corner. Brings the count back up to 2-1.
If you're the Whitecaps, you want to take advantage of getting the leadoff man onto base if you can. 2 outs. They're trying to find something here with Johnson.
That ball hit hard, but right to the first baseman in Ditalo. Whitecaps get the first hitter on, but then Galan goes 1, 2, 3 outs. We head to the bottom of the 1st. Score remains 2-1 Harbor Hawks.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Back in here for the bottom of the 4th. Score here is 2-1 with Ashton Crowther still on the mound.
Yeah, can we talk about the great weather we've had over on Cape Cod for this opening 3 games? Not another night where you can somewhat see a cloud, a little bit of a breeze in the air, but can't ask for a better start to summer on Cape Cod than with what we've had today. And if hopefully, knock on wood.
Yeah, that's that knocking you may hear in our mics.
That this is
Especially
the way
after
it stays all summer. Yeah, last summer found ourselves in quite a few rain delays and cancellations. So far to the summer, it's been beautiful.
And that is Michael Ditalo up. Count is now 1-1. And, you know, knocking with somewhat of a superstition, and I learned something about Jacob Irons today, is the Hard Rocks are 2-0, and he has a superstition of his own now. Count is 1-1, breaking ball. Fly ball in between right and center field. Looks like the right fielder will call him off, in R.J. Johnson makes the play for out number 1.
Yeah, I have my superstition. I got a vest from the merchandise stand. Please go pick yourself up one. See Ann in our great merchandise interns right below the broadcast booth here at McKeon Field. There's great merchandise selection. I got a vest. Since I've been wearing the vest to the games, the Harbor Hawks have not lost. I am normally not a superstitious guy, not one bit. But ever since the vest has come into my life, I have to wear it on game day.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So far, so good as Camden Jake chases that off-speed pitch down in the zone, 0-2. The two-strike delivery. Janik off his front foot. Ryder Helfrich makes his way back to the backstop, but that ball is far out. Camden Janik so far on the day flied out to the first baseman Vest as he made that nice play in foul territory over his shoulder. Ashton Crowther, the 0-2 delivery. Off the end of the bat. R.J. Johnson Jr. making a play. Oh, and that is the shortstop making the over-the-shoulder play. Chase Mora, the shortstop out of Texas State, making an incredible play in the Bermuda Triangle over there.
Yeah, Moore got a great jump on it. And you could hear it a little bit off the crowd mic, using the communication skills that is taught in every baseball player, calling off Johnson there, saying, mine, 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 and does a great job to let it land right into the leather.
And that was a great defensive play. And another great defensive infielder here in Anthony Silva, the Horned Frog, due up. Quickly behind 0-2, Ashton Crowther, as this game has gone on, gone right after these Harbor Hawk hitters, going ahead in 0-2, 1-2 counts.
Yeah, and so far has retired the past 6 Harbor Hawks he's seen so far after the one walk to Groves in the second.
0-2 tries to go for a back foot breaking ball right there. Anthony Silva spits on it, gets the count back up to 1-2. Anthony Silva grounded out to the shortstop Mora in his last plate appearance. And another one back to Mora. Mora fields it cleanly, throws it over to Vest, makes the play, and that is a 1-2-3 inning for Ashton Crowther. It still remains 2-1. We head to the top of the 5th.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks! Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
And the Centerville Pie Eating Contest is back, just as you may have heard over our loudspeaker. That is Aaron Savory here doing the pie eating contest today. Saw him a couple days ago throw. Had a great outing in his first appearance here for the Harbor Hawks.
It's part of the great fan experience you get when you come to McKeon Park. If you can get some pie, you get free pie, but you got to win the competition here, as Savory's not messing around here.
They're holding the game up for them as well. I think Savory might have lost that one. We saw Ryan Drumbowski in game 1 absolutely go to work with those pies.
That is big time right there. Marvin Gomez, the home plate umpire, stalling for a little bit of time there, brushed home plate a little bit, let them get the pie eating contest in.
He wanted to see who was going to win the pie eating contest. There's a lot on the line here.
You know, and that is a McKeon Park favorite. You know, even the umpires, you know, can't miss it. You know, everyone's getting involved. Everyone loves to see it. And that is just one of the many great things here at McKeon Park. The 0-1 is a breaking ball to J.D. Rogers and is fouled off. And he is quickly down 0-2.
J.D. Rogers so far today, 1 for 2, had a base hit his last time up.
And the 0-2 to Rogers is the breaking ball, blocked by Janik. Kept it right in on his lap.
Rogers did a really nice job going to the opposite field in the second inning.
And the breaking ball is fouled off right into the Whitecaps dugout. Everyone was able to avoid the ball. That ball trickles down outside the dugout.
Got to stay with your head on the swivel in the dugouts.
And that is another ball fouled straight back in. That is the third foul ball from J.D. Rogers.
Get a nice catch from the fan out on the berm behind the press box here in the Tim Elstrom broadcast booth. Fans came out ready to play, just like the players.
And the 1-2 from Galan is a breaking ball. Does not catch the top of the zone. Just broke a little late there. Count back to 2-2. J.D. Rogers grounded out to the pitcher. McKay in his first AB, and then got a base hit in his last plate appearance there in the second inning. And as a ground ball to Wallace, gets it on a long hop, makes a sidearm throw, and gets it by half a step. Another great play there by Wallace Clark.
Wallace Clark continues to impress. He does the little things so well. He's had his family in town the past couple of days. Matt Coates told you the story about his opening day fan section, about how a group of 19 individuals sitting by the Clark's parents said, hey, we'll cheer for him. You just got to tell us who we got to cheer for in the lineup. And they found him, and he's had a cheering section so far since coming up to Cape Cod with his family befriending individuals in the stands.
Breaking ball gets in there for 0-2, works quickly ahead, and that is just some of the camaraderie you see on the Cape Cod Baseball League. The 0-2 from Galan tries to get him chased. Another great block there by Janik, just in case he gets a swing, drop third strike.
Everyone wants to take part in seeing the stars of tomorrow shine tonight, and can always say you saw Wallace Clark win if he finds himself in Major League Baseball.
Breaking ball, he did just check his swing with another great breaking ball in there from Galan. 2-2 to count. Ryder Helfrich scored earlier in his last. That ball just misses the corner. Count is all knotted up at 3-2. Nowhere else to go. The count is 3-2. Breaking ball gets him out front. Breaks off the breaking ball. 3-2 for out number 2.
Yeah, just got Helfrich well ahead of that pitch. It was very much a strike, almost middle, but took something off. About 12-mile-an-hour difference between that slider and fastball.
Back-to-back quick outs there, and that's a ground ball. Wallace comes in, fields it in front of him. Another throw on the run. Makes it look easy once again. And that is out number 3.
Wallace Clark continuing to find themselves in great positions to make plays that look so routine. Do it again.
And before we head to this bottom of the 5th, let's send it over to Josie Broyles, our sideline reporter.
Thanks, guys. Coming into the 3rd game of this season with the Hawks having a 2-0 record so far, it's no surprise that a key to their successes has been pitching. I was actually able to talk to the man behind it all, head pitching coach Ray Korn. Korn was saying that one of the most notable strengths that he's seen so far, the defenders really being able to catch the ball at the right time. There's actually scouts in the Hawks stands tonight. He also mentioned that something that he really likes to remind his players are to make sure you're really working on your skill set to possibly get drafted for upcoming seasons. Watching the Hawks move on to things like the major leagues is a really cool thing to see for the Hawk community. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Josie, for another great insight. Once again, guys, we've seen great pitching, in these first 2 games. We saw, I think Stone Cushing saw the camera there late. We saw him close the game out last night, but great pitching nonetheless so far for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, and that's somewhat the key to finding victory in summer collegiate baseball. If you can have pitching, one from your starters, but more importantly from your bullpen, that is huge for summer success. And understanding that the pitching staffs that we have to start the year are going to change throughout the season due to pitch limits and some guys getting shut down, working on a couple more pitches, maybe they're transferring. So keeping your pitching staff fresh and keeping a coaching staff that's able to adjust and make those moves is huge. And that's what makes Ray Korn one of the best in the country and why he is a Hall of Famer.
And that will do it for Ashton Crowther on the mound. That'll bring up another new Whitecaps Brewster pitcher.
And that pitcher is the freshman out of Louisville University, Parker Detmers. Detmers, the big, tall right-hander, had an ERA over 7 this season in 14 appearances, 18.2 innings pitched, but did showcase some strikeout stuff. 17 strikeouts, has to get the walks down, 14 of them this season. But we'll see how the start of his Cape League career goes.
And as Parker Detmers makes his first outing of this early Cape Cod Baseball League season. Score still remains 2-1. Harbor Hawks are up. Harbor Hawks still have 3 hits and have 1 error defensively. The Brewster Whitecaps still have 1 run on 3 hits and no errors.
Detmers' fastball, curveball, changeup. Will throw the fastball over 70% of the time, though. Has a lot of life to it. 94 miles an hour on average.
And as we enter the bottom of the 5th, that is Eric Snow up the plate, grounded out to the shortstop. Mora earlier in his plate appearance in the 2nd inning. Count is 0-1. Back-to-back quick strikes there for Detmers. Gets Eric Snow behind, 0-2.
2 fastballs painted on the outside part of the plate, 94 and 95.
Goes right back to the fastball. Goes right after Eric Snow. Eric Snow able to foul that pitch up in the zone.
3 fastballs in a row. Eric Snow still late. Wonder if he goes back to it for a 4th time.
Detmers working quickly and working ahead at 0-2 here with 0 outs. Breaking ball off in the zone. That is 1-2.
Eric Snow, one of the 3 returners on this Hyannis Harbor Hawks team that saw action last year that returns to Mid-Cape.
Good spoil swing there by Eric Snow. Just fouls it, going straight towards the first base side. As the ball goes right into the bushes. But that does not stop the kids. They go straight in for it. As a group over there with the count at 1-2 here. Eric Snow does it once again. Fighting pitch there. Stays alive. 1-2.
Kind of reminds me of when I've lost my 7th golf ball of the day. Need to get that one back.
That's the one, the 7th. The 7th. 1 through 6 doesn't matter for you. It was the 7th.
And Eric Snow throws his hands there and gets the base hit. Stays at first base as the right fielder, J.D. Rogers, picks it up. And that is a base hit there for Eric Snow.
Yeah, great piece of hitting from Snow, riding the chalk all the way down and keeps it in play far enough. Vest playing away from the first base bag. Can't get over there in time on the fast grounder off the bat of Snow. And Snow back aboard here for the Harbor Hawks.
You saw Eric Snow use those hands to fight off those 2 tough pitches earlier in the count. Use the hands to put that ball right down the first base line. That'll bring up Nick Groves here taking first pitch strike 0-1. Nick Groves walked in his earlier plate appearance. And the ball gets away from Vest, and that'll allow Eric Snow to move into scoring position. Eric Snow will now be on second base. Comes in standing. As you look at the Brewster Whitecaps defensively, they do have corners in. They may be in some kind of bunt coverage here. You have Covey playing in right in on the grass, playing in on the dirt. Ball one, that is outside. Count is even at 1-1 here as the second batter of the Harbor Hawks inning. Nick Groves steps to the plate with runner Eric Snow on second base. And the 1-1 delivery is a chopper over to the third base side. A nice play there by manager Mitch Karer.
Mitch Karer being conveyed to the ball there. Had no shot. Skip had the read off of it right off the bat.
Well, I mean, it is National Garbage Man Day. He's got to show out for his fellow garbage man if he ever has been one.
Count remains 1-2 here with 0 outs. And the 2-strike pitch. Nick Groves able to take it on a tough breaking ball low in the zone. Nick Groves able to even the count back up to 2-2. Count remains 2-2 here to Nick Groves here as Detmers works in his first inning of work. Fastball way up and arm side to knot the count all the way up to 3-2.
Yeah, you could see Detmers just trying to throw that fastball as hard as he could up in the zone. Ended up kind of flying open, releasing just a tad too early, way up and away.
With the count at 3-2, we got Parker Brocious, the leadoff man, standing next. And that's a ground ball, and that'll be a nice stopping play at second base over there, but not in time. Is making the play over there. Andrew Fisher working to his glove side.
Yeah, great defensive play by Fisher, laying out for it Superman style. Comes up spinning, but can't ultimately get it into the glove of Vest in time to beat out the speedy Groves. And Groves able to get an infield single. Now puts runners on the corners. This is a dangerous position for the Whitecaps with nobody away. Expect Groves to be in motion here to try and get 2 into scoring.
And that'll bring up the top of the lineup in Parker Brocious. Already has a single and a run scored to his name as he goes down 0-1. Nick Groves over there with of a mid at first base. Eric Snow over there on third base. Pick off to first base. Close play. Goes in sliding for the first time we see on a pickoff, but he is safe over there as Groves. Score remains 2-1 here. After the first inning, we've put up a lot of zeros there on both sides. Brewster came up in the top of the first, scoring 1 run. Harbor Hawks answer with 2 runs, and it's been all 0 since.
After the first inning of play, you thought this was going to be an offensive clinic by both teams.
And Parker Brocious sends this down the left field line, and that is down. Eric Snow will score easily. Groves stopping over there at third base, and the runners on second and third. Parker Brocious gets an RBI double.
And Jacob Irons and we both saw the same thing. Nick Groves was flying around the base paths. Probably smart to hold him at third as the left fielder Schubart was able to get that one in quickly, but I think if Schubart even made a slight bobble, Groves was scoring easily.
Yeah, Mitch Karer running down the line trying to hold him back. But Groves had such a strong turn around second. It almost looked like he was going to wave off the signal from Karer, but at the last second hit the brakes, rounding third.
Kane Cuppy up in the plate. That ball's hit to left center. Schubart coming in. And it looks like there's going to be a play to play Schubart. The very strong throw brings him up the first base line, though. However, Groves scores, and that'll extend the Harbor Hawks lead to 4-1 off the RBI sac fly.
Beautiful job by Kane Kepley. He was sitting fastball, knew he wanted to take it the other way. If he got it, he did and just put it far enough into left field to get the job done.
And now it doesn't get any easier here with John Gazdar.
And with the score being 4-1 as the first pitch is taken for a ball, that'll summon the infield to come in. 4-1 here as we take a look here as all the infielders have moved to the front of the dirt onto the grass. Parker Brocious advancing on the throw now at third base. Great block there by Ryder Helfrich in that spiked breaking ball. Yeah, with Nolan Schubart trying to make the throw at home. Missing the cutoff man allowed Parker Brocious to advance from second to third. Now only 90 feet away with John Gazdar. Catches the corner. Count is 2-1.
And who would you rather have up here than John Gazdar? We'll see if he can come through yet again.
Gazdar leading the way.
A ground ball up the middle. Moore makes a play. Slides a little bit. Close play at the plate. Just does get the left shoulder of Brocious. Alex Mora working, or Chase Mora working to his glove side. Makes the throw. Gets Brocious just in time.
My goodness, what a beautiful play by Mora. That is a very difficult throw to make, ranging to your glove side. You could see he made that throw not at all in a set position, and it was absolutely on the money. Helfrich able to apply the tag and keep this a 3-run game.
And the score will remain 4-1 after that great play by Moore, the shortstop. John Gazdar reaches safely at first base, and that'll bring up Wallace Clark, who is 1 for 2 on the day with the single and the line drive, line out to left. Pick off over to first. Closer play than you would imagine.
Yeah.
But John comes in standing in safe.
Yeah, the first baseman, Vest, looked over to the umpire like, did I get him in time? Was almost confused why Gazdar didn't slide.
2 outs here as the breaking ball is in for a strike. Count is 0-1.
Wallace Clark now batting from the left side. And an RBI single from the right side his first time up.
Delivery misses far. Arm side there is from Detmers. Wallace Clark able to even the count back up to 1-1. One is the count to Wallace Clark out of Duke. Pick off over the first base. John still going in standing there.
He's already gotten dirty today. You see that uniform dirt all over the front of his chest.
Wallace Clark, the man out of Duke, getting it done so far for the Harbor Hawks early. Ball catches the lower part of the plate to even the count all the way back to 2s. John Gazdar at first base. Wallace Clark with Parker Detmers. Ground ball to Mora. Mora fields it quickly. Going to throw it across. Makes a play in plenty of time. But not before the Harbor Hawks put up another crooked number in for 2. The Harbor Hawks now lead 4-1. Let's head to the top of the 6th.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
The lights at McKeon Park stay bright all season long thanks to the NAC Cape Cod. The NAC offers 2 locations, Hyannis and Orleans, both offering delicious burgers, tacos, sandwiches, and more. Visit thenacapecod.com to order online today. The NAC Cape Cod is the proud Light Up the Park sponsor of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks all season long.
And here we are in the top of the 6th. Galan going for another inning. Flips that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. It's a Nolan Schubart, the left fielder. Schubart worked a walk in his first plate appearance and struck out swinging there in the 3rd inning. Breaking ball, backdoors it in for a strike. Quickly goes up ahead, 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. Breaking ball, catches him out front. Brocious working back, flipping the hips back and forth. Makes the play. The ball traveled a little bit, but ultimately Parker Brocious able to make the play.
A lot of power from the big lefty's bat. He just got under that ball. Lucky to be able to get that baseball back. But either way, as loud as it was, just 1 out. 96 miles an hour off the bat.
Hey, started to get off in a hurry, but caught up in the air for a quick second. Kept riding for Brocious to take that back step all the way to the warning track.
And that'll bring up Daniel Cuvée, the 3rd baseman. Struck out looking his first plate appearance and grounded out to the shortstop Wallace. And Detmers working ahead here, really making emphasis to go up ahead on these Whitecap hitters. Count is 0-2 here with 1 out.
And when you're ahead, that opens up the arsenal here, Nico, and you get the ability to play around with a couple more pitches that you might be working on.
Yeah, 0-2 there, just missed off in the corner. And definitely, you get to work on, your junk stuff, what you work on fancying it, to try to get them to chase, or you can go right at hitters and try to get them to go down in 3 pitches. Fastball up in the zone, fouls it straight back is Cuvée.
Talked to Ray Korn pregame, Josie Broyles did, and then talked about the development factor he brings into the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks, and that's a huge thing. There's been multiple guys between the past 2 years of adding a pitch to their repertoire through summer ball because, one, you're at the office every day for the most part, and you're around some of the best coaches that allow themselves to give you a little bit of their experience and their expertise to craft those pitches.
Big fastball with a big swing. Goes down, Daniel Cuvée. Another strikeout for Andres Galan.
Galan can't touch it, and it's just pure fastball that smokes it right by Cuvée. And it's another efficient inning so far from this Harbor Hawks pitching staff.
Cooper Vest due up now, stepping into the box, finding a way on in both of his plate appearances. Worked a walk in that first one, then the base hit in the 4th. Breaking ball just too far in on the hands to Vest. Vest with a great take there to be able to extend the count to 2-0 in his favor. And that's a pop fly down the 3rd baseline. Anthony Silva working towards it. Almost comes back too far, but Silva is able to make the play for out number 3. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Andres Galan. And before we head to the bottom of the 6th, let's send it over to our man, Matt Coates.
Thanks, guys. Last week, John Gazdar impressed in his first week on the Cape. He hit 500 while driving in 5 runs. Meanwhile, on the mound, Joseph Gerwa dominated in his own right. 3 strikeouts over 4 innings pitched without allowing a run. That's why they are our pitcher and hitter of the week, presented by Rob B. Our Construction. Guys, after our opening night victory, I caught up with John Gazdar and asked him about his experience last summer on Cape Cod and how it's helped him to start this summer. As we can see with his numbers that I just read to you, he is killing it to start this summer. He said that experience, knowing how to use wood bats, and that confidence really has allowed him to come into this summer with a calm mindset. And guys, we can see it. He's dominating to start this campaign. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Matt Coates, for another great story. Guys, I mean, he said the numbers right there. He said it. I mean, those guys are 2 deserving players for the hitter and pitcher of the week.
Yeah, you look at Gerwa starting the year off right on the bump for the Harbor Hawks, and Mitch Karer had 100% confidence that he could be able to do the job, and then everybody in the front office knew John Gazdar could do what he needed to do after last summer and after the spring he had as a Brooks Wallace finalist that's soon going to be announced whether he walks home with the top award for shortstop in collegiate baseball, and so far has brought that to the Cape and gets a day of rest from out in the field today. Look out for an ice cream in the dugouts with him later this week. I'm sitting down with him. He likes cookie dough ice cream. We're going to go bring it, and we're going to chat a little bit about his spring and the summer, all while enjoying a nice cup of ice cream.
And as we enter the bottom of the 6th, Michael Datalo up.
I have to say, Jacob, I'm a little bit jealous. I might have to join, maybe be on camera for that and eat my ice cream in the background, because that sounds like a great time.
There's no one, maybe besides Abby Stokes, our director of broadcasting, who loves ice cream more than Josh Schreiber.
Michael Datalo hits that on the screws into the 6th hole for a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 6th.
A great piece of hitting from Datalo. It's as simple as hitting it where they are. It's the gap between Covey and Moore on the left side of the infield. And it's just so firm off the bat at 92 miles an hour that you can get there quickly.
Check that, 97 miles an hour. Ball came in at 92, went out at 97.
Gained a little velo on its way out, and that'll bring up the battery member, number 19, Camden Janik.
Yeah, Janik still looking to get going here in the Cape. An outstanding hitter in college, as we all know, 0 for 5 so far this season for the Harbor Hawks, but an opportunity here to get a rally going.
As a breaking ball fouled off to the right side towards first base line, and Detmers goes up 0-2.
Yeah, Janik, all Big Ten first team. He was the first Illini to be named to the first team since 2021 this past season. And on top of that, strong in the classroom as well as a college sports communicator, academic, all-district selection.
And he uses his hands right there to work down the left field line. Schubert able to not make the play. That ball is down. And the runner will advance to second and third. Now with a double from Camden Janik.
Great read by Michael Datalo, rounding second base there. Seeing that ball not get caught by Schubert. Hard to tell from our angle if he got it or not. His body kind of shielded us, but going first to third is Datalo, as Schubert got it back quite quickly in the short left field fence.
With the score still here at 4-1, here as we enter the bottom of the 6th, the infield will come back in, try to prevent some runs here with the Horned Frog, Anthony Silva, due up to the plate. Anthony Silva so far working hard up the middle, but he's 0 for 2 with grounding out to Mora both times there at shortstop. First pitch is a strike, low and down the middle, in for 0-1.
There you see a look. Shortstop, second baseman playing on the grass, first and third, just a little bit behind them. Already had one out at home.
And a pick there from Ryder Helfrich to keep the runners at where they are. Parker Detmers working out of the windup here with runners on second and third. The 1-1 delivery. Breaking ball. Anthony Silva gets it out front. Right to Schubart. And a fake run, and he will hold there is Michael DeTalo to hold the runners in there with the great arm of Schubart working in left field.
That ball was hit so hard that DeTalo really didn't have time to get back to the bag and get set. Didn't really have good momentum, decided not to go home there with no outs.
And with Kane Kepley, the left-handed batter, on deck, there is a lefty up and throwing in there for the Brewster Whitecaps.
Yeah, Levi Huseman, the Vanderbilt Commodore.
Eric Snow due up, down the count, 0-1 here with one out, with Parker Detmer still working on the windup here, runners second and third. Breaking ball catches that outer corner. Eric Snow did not believe it, but it just nicks that outer corner. Up ahead, 0-2 with one out to Eric Snow. Fastball fouled away.
Snow can really get a big hit here, blow this game open a little. Up by 3 runs.
Eric Snow using his hands once again. We saw that in his previous at-bat to keep him alive at 0-2.
95 mile an hour up above the zone. Shows how well Eric Snow can use his hands to fight to stay alive. Looking for that breaking ball.
And that's a hard ground ball in, and there's been plenty of time to get DeTalo at the plate. And a heads-up play there by Cuvée with him on the grass over there at third base to make the play. Score still remains 4-1.
That's one of those plays, if it's a grounder and off contact, you have to be quick with your decision whether you're going to go. And in that situation, DeTalo elected off the contact. He was going to make a run for and just couldn't beat out the speedy Cuvée with Helfrich there covering the plate as well.
And on that previous play, Camden Janik will advance to third base now with runners on the corners here with Eric Snow on first as well. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled straight to the left side, 0-1. Detmer is getting in a little bit of trouble early, but so far being able to work his way out of it here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And batter Nick Groves up to the plate, singled in his last plate appearance. 0-1 breaking ball is taken by Nick Groves to even the count to 1-1 here with 2 outs.
Interesting here. Nick Groves has a lot of room to work with on the right side, his pull side. Second baseman playing double play depth. First baseman holding on the runner.
And that ball is in the dirt and lost for a second is by Helfrich. Janik will stay home at third base, but Eric Snow will be able to advance on the dirt ball read. 2 ducks on the pond in scoring position.
And somewhat surprisingly, second baseman didn't really move. The first baseman did, obviously, with no runner on first base anymore. But Groves has quite a hole between the first and second baseman.
That is a fastball on the hands. Mora working away, makes the strong throw and gets out number 3. A great showmanship of defense by both shortstops so far in this game. Let's head to the top of the 7th. Harbor Hawks put up a 0. Scores 4-1.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Welcome you back here. Let's give you a score update of what's going on around the league here from McKeon Park. Harwich right now in a big spot in the bottom of the ninth, 3-2.
It's final.
It is a final now. And then you have Wareham and Catuant, the Gatemen, trying to go 2-1 in the top of the 7th-A lead. Then in the battles of the winless Orleans and Falmouth, it's the Firebirds leading 1-0 through 5, and right now in the bottom of the 6th. And then down the way in Chatham, it's the reigning champions in the Bourne Braves leading 1-0 in the top of the 3rd.
A lot of good matchups there around the league, and another good one here as we have 4-1 entering the top of the 7th. And a ground ball, and that is Galan under the glove, not able to make a play, almost moving into a split. But Jaden Hilton able to get on to lead off the inning.
Yeah, nothing Galan could really do there, kind of just out of his reach. The first baseman, Datalo, came off the bag. So even if Galan were able to field it, he was not going to beat the speedy Hilton down the first base line. I was going to talk about it, but Hilton out of high school was kind of flying up 2022 draft boards before he decided to go to college. They were talking to him. I got to get the article back up, but out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, was the type of guy that profiled as a 30-30 type of guy, 30 homers, 30 stolen bases, and a guy at 6'5" is not supposed to run like he does. We'll see if he gets on the move here, but really interesting to see where he does eventually end up getting drafted, because if you look at the player, stats or not, I mean, he certainly profiles as a very talented future big leaguer.
Shortstop Chase Mora up to the plate with a runner on. Jaden Hilton on first base. Chase Mora, 2 hard swings there back-to-back. Very aggressive swings. Very aggressive in the zone. Has a lot of bat speed here as the count is 1-2 here with still no outs in the top of the 7th. He sets, and the delivery way up in the zone. But Chase Moore able to go up and get and foul it off straight back. Somehow able to get barrel on it as Galan really climbed the ladder there. But nonetheless, Mora stays alive.
I don't know if I've ever seen a guy swing and make contact with a pitch that high. That was quite literally at his chin.
The 1-2 is up in the zone. That is a high fly ball over to the right fielder, Groves. He's under it, makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, this time just dropping a little bit too low on it. And allows the speedy Groves to get himself under it as Tanner Cunha out onto the mound to call in the entire infield. Talk with Galan.
As Hyannis gets a lefty up and moving in the bullpen. It's Dominic Carbone out of Coastal Carolina. But for now, they're going to let Galan keep working. With R.J. Johnson coming up to the plate.
So far, Galan able to have his way so far, having 2 1/3 innings, only giving up 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, and no walks, going right at this Brewster Whitecap lineup. Still 1 out here with a run on first, Hilton. And the 0-0 is a breaking ball. Did he go? Yes, he did. Umpire over there at second base, Robert Melms, able to make the call right over the shoulder of Galan, able to make that call, see if he went. And the slide step just misses that outer corner. 1-1. One ball, one strike, and one out here with RJ Johnson. Breaking ball is taken, low in the zone for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Andres Galan working that quick slide step so far for the Harbor Hawks, keeping Hilton at first base. Breaking ball is a ground ball to Ditalo. Touches first base. Got to make a tag over at second base. Just misses it. Wallace Clark thinking he had it. Already rolling the ball to second base. Thought he got the tag.
That is what we call in baseball a makeup call. Saw earlier at second base. Almost the exact same situation. Tag play, ball beat the runner by a lot. The fielder thought they were out by a mile. Didn't happen, but Mitch Karer now getting an explanation from our second base umpire.
And Robert Melms out, part of this United umpires crew. At Robert Melms at third, Mickey Garcia at first, and Marvick Gomez behind the plate, rounding out this three-man crew.
And the great swim move slide by Jaden Hilton allows him to reach safely second base there with a great throw by Ditalo over there at first base. 2 outs are here up in the top of the 7th, and that'll be the top of the lineup, J.D. Rogers, as the lineup flips over. Runner in scoring position at second base, applies for the bunt, hit up straight up in the air, and it hits the net. Try to drop a bunt, looks to be down the third base line with Anthony Silva over there at third base. (0-1) the count to J.D. Rogers, who is 1 for 3 on the day with a base hit back in the top of the second.
Now it looks like Rogers here just got something in his eye for a quick sec. Home plate umpire Marvick Gomez giving him the courtesy to try and clear it out.
The 0-1 breaking ball is low in the zone, taken for a ball. So far, Galan going right after the Brewster Whitecaps so far. Score still remains 4-1 here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs. Hilton able to work himself into scoring position at second base. Ball misses arm side to Galan. Count is now 2-1. Eric Snow playing deep off into second base. That is Wallace over there short, keeping him honest. Fastball inside, right on the hands. And the 2s are hot once again here in McKeon Park.
You can tell Galan emptying the tank right now. Grunting with every fastball he throws. Well, nobody warming up in the pen anymore.
The 2-2 fastball. Hard grunt just misses the corner. You can tell Galan wanted that outer half fastball to be called for strike 3. Nowhere to put him. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball with the grunt. Fouled it off to the third base side. Count remains full here in McKeon Park with the top of the lineup, J.D. Rogers up, the right fielder. Hilton working hard at second base. Ball just misses low in the zone. Great at bat there by J.D. Rogers. Works the walk here. Now we've got 2 runners on here in the top of the 7th.
Rogers fired up after that walk as well. Flipped the bat, yelled into the dugout because he's just allowed Ryder Helfrich to be the game-tying run.
3-run game here. Scores 4-1. Still Harbor Hawks lead. Hilton over there at second base. Rogers at first base. Here with 2 outs. Arkansas man catcher Ryder Helfrich up to the plate. Breaking ball. Helfrich turns it loose over there on pull side. Goes way foul, and that is a long, long foul ball.
No doubt about that one off the bat. Had the distance, just need to straighten it out here. Is Galan's got to be careful. Already Helfrich showing off the power he possesses with the wood in his hand.
Breaking ball is blocked by Janik. Count is 1-1.
Helfrich 3 home runs during his collegiate season, has power.
Fastball just misses the little glove side. Just pulled it off a little too hard. That is 2 balls and 1 strike here to the 2-hole Ryder Helfrich. Galan pitch count going up here at 46 pitches. And Ryder Helfrich sends a ball loose to left center field. Parker Brocious going out to left center field. And it is ultimately the left fielder, Kane Kepley, making another great play at the warning track. A long, long line drive in there to left center.
Great play by Kane Kepley, reaching it all the way to the warning track, preserving the 4-1 lead. It's stretch time at McKeon Park, and it's a big play from the Liberty man.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Well, welcome you back here to McKeon Park. It was Kane Kepley and a fabulous play in left field to preserve the 4-1 lead.
Ultimately, the left fielder, Kane Kepley, making another.
For the Whitecaps.
Yeah, that new arm will be the left-hander, Levi Huseman, out of Vanderbilt University. Features a fastball, a cutter, a slider, and a change. Will occasionally throw that 5th pitch, the curveball, but prefers the slider. And Huseman, a guy who, obviously at a Vanderbilt, you've got to be a special talent to go there to begin with, but this past season, just 12 innings pitched, a 6 ERA, and from Coach Corbin, the legendary coach out of Vanderbilt, he said Levi is a very gifted athlete with a strong arm. He's a guy that I get excited about when he gets to the mound, and he's one of those kids that is capable of anything. A low-maintenance young man, he comes into the facility knowing what he wants to do, and he does it. Last season with the Tri-City Chili Peppers in the Coastal Plains League, an ERA of 4.63. in 23 innings.
And with Levi Huseman in, Parker Detmers is officially gone. His official line for the day: 2 innings pitched, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. And we will enter the bottom of the 7th, and the lineup will start at the top with Parker Brocious, who is 2 for 3 on the day with a double in his last plate appearance and a single back in the first. First pitch from Houston is a 2-seamer. For a strike, count is 0-1. Houston's second pitch of the day. Ball up in the zone. Count is 1-1. One delivery. Big swing for Parker Brocious. Comes up empty.
Big opportunity for Hyannis here with the top of the order up to the plate to try to provide a little bit more insurance. They just got a bit of a scare in the top of the 7th inning, got out of it unharmed.
Fastball right in on the hands of Parker Brocious. Freezes them a little bit. Levi Huseman, first at batter face, gets a strikeout looking.
Not a whole lot of trickery there. Huseman said, "I'll give you my best. Try and hit it." Fastball down the middle. Parker Brocious was not expecting it. He walks back to the dugout.
And now due up is Kane Kepley, the left fielder, number 11. Breaking ball, first pitch is out for ball 1.
Something to note here, yesterday, the Harbor Hawks found themselves with over 10 strikeouts on the day. Today, only 2.
And that's a ground ball to Vest, unassisted. Easy play for Vest. That is 2 up and 2 down for Huseman.
Yeah, it makes sense that they would get that back on the right track today. Not a team that has much of a history of striking out in their collegiate seasons nor in their summer seasons. Was one of the big things that the front office was looking for, guys that walk more than they K. And here's a perfect example of that in John Gazdar.
John Gazdar hoping to get a 2-out rally here.
Yeah, John Gazdar from the spring walked 27 times in comparison to 14 strikeouts in the spring. That's part of the plate discipline he possesses, and what makes him so eye-shocking when you see him is continues to find the zone and works the zone and fouls off pitches.
Yeah, showing that plate discipline off here as he takes 2 tough pitches and make that 3 tough pitches right next to the zone, and that breaking ball coming in and out, heading the count in 3-1.
1 for 3 today, but has made some loud outs as well. Hit a ball on the screws right to R.J. Johnson in center.
And that is a ground ball. Having to make a barehanded play, but not going as Cuvée. The ball gets right by him. Tough play there by Cuvée. Having no choice with the speed of John Gazdar to make a barehand play. Comes up empty, and John on first base.
Yeah, I mean, one of those balls is a high chopper. Very difficult to barehand. Ideally, you want to be making that with the glove, but didn't have time with Gazdar running fairly well.
And that'll bring up Wallace Clark after John gets the chopper base hit. That ball is taken for a ball up in the zone. Tough play there by Cuvée. They're going to ultimately score that a hit as that ball was hit so softly and had no choice but to make a barehanded tough play. Breaking ball does not able to get on top of it for a ball.
Now, one thing, maybe not with 2 outs, but I think we'll see this a lot this season. Lefty on the mound, Wallace Clark from the right side. Runner on first base. So much room on the right side for Wallace Clark.
Fastball gets by Helfrich, and John will advance on the pass ball.
I was just going to say, not with 2 outs, but sort of a bunt situation where you can bunt to move the runner over, but also to try to get a hit. Wallace Clark has good wheels. Huseman comes off the mound hard on the third base side.
The 3-0 pitch misses in the zone. That's a 4-pitch walk, and Wallace Clark finds himself on for the second time this game.
And great job by Clark. Parents are in attendance here to start his season, and so far he's given him a lot to be proud of.
And that'll bring up Datalo, the Patriot out of DBU, had a hard base hit in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, 97 miles an hour off the bat. If the launch angle were a little higher, that one would be in the left field trees. But he'll take a base hit.
He will take it indeed as he sends that ball down the right field line. Drops right in front, and it gets past the right fielder, J.D. Rogers. John will score easily. Moving to third is Wallace Clark, and the runners are on the corners for another RBI base hit from Datalo.
Off-speed pitch up in the zone on the outside corner. Michael Datalo goes with the pitch and hits a frozen rope into right field, scoring the run.
Score is now 5-1 Harbor Hawks, and Camden Janik undoing the shin guards there. Had his shin guards there with 2 outs there as the catcher. Gets all the shinnies off, and now he's ready to hit here with 2 outs. Runners on the corner. Wallace Clark on third base. The RBI man, Michael Datalo, over there at first base.
Camden Janik with a team effort to get all his equipment off. Had the on-deck hitter Anthony Silva and John Gazdar helping him out.
First pitch is in the zone for a strike.
Hey, baseball's a team sport, Josh. Gonna take everybody. Doesn't always have to be in the field of play, but maybe it's those team cultures and bench guys helping each other out.
The man behind the plate, Camden Janik, fastball right on in on the hands. Levi Huseman quickly up in the count, 0-2 here with 2 outs.
Find ourselves in a very similar situation to last night. Harbor Hawks up 5-1 late, but have the chance to capitalize and blow the game out of the water.
The 0-2 delivery is upon us. And it is fought off once again, right in on the hands of Camden Janik, able to stay alive. Fights for another life. .5-1 is the score off Harbor Hawks' 10 hits and having 1 error. Brewster Whitecaps 1 run off 4 hits with no errors so far in this game. Huseman sets and deals. Breaking ball gets Camden Janik. Drop third strike. Helfrich making the play very easily. But once again, the Harbor Hawks find a way to scrap a run here in the bottom of the 7th. Let's head to the top of the 8th.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
As we enter the top of the 8th, let's take a look at what the Harbor Hawks have coming in these next few days.
Yeah, they got one more game before they get their first off day on Wednesday. That one's against the other new manager in the league in Coach Sheets, and then they travel to West Division foe Bourne at Katuitt, back home for Orleans on a Saturday night game, and then Wareham that Sunday. So full stacked week of action, but one more game before they get an off day on Wednesday. And Josh, a new arm to the mound.
That new arm is the left-hander Dominic Carbone, a freshman out of Coastal Carolina from Rocky Point, New York. 5.06 ERA in 24 appearances, 37 and a third innings pitched, a 1.393 whip. Only walked 16 guys in his 37 innings, just a 257 opponent batting average. And he's a sinker slider guy. Will also use the changeup, but a whole lot of movement on his pitches.
6 outs remaining for the Brewster Whitecaps, and leading off this inning will be their 3-hole, Andrew Fisher. Reached on an error in his first plate appearance, following a strikeout swinging, then grounded out to Wallace Clark in his last plate appearance.
Gonna have to see 2 tough lefties to start off the inning. That's why they went with the lefty-lefty matchup, of course.
Andrew Fisher, their second baseman. First 2 pitches not close in the zone for a ball. Count is 2-0, and quickly Andrew Fisher is up ahead in the count.
Getting a little Marvick Gomez, the home plate umpire, asking Damien the ball boy take a step behind the screen, just out of protection.
That's ball 3. All 3 pitches so far in the early look of Dominic Carbone have been glove side. Look for him to try to square it back up here with Andrew Fisher up 3-0. Another glove side fastball missed. 4-pitch walk for Andrew Fisher, and the Brewster Whitecaps have the first runner on in this top of the 8th.
That brings up the very dangerous Nolan Schubart, who just missed a homer his last time up. Schubart, according to D1 Baseball, is the number 5 overall prospect in the 2025 MLB draft.
Yeah, this is a guy who showed power earlier in this game and showed power in last night's matchup against Bourne when he had a home run late in the game. First pitch to him is a ball low in the zone. 5 straight balls so far here for Dominic Carbone, and that is going to mount a quick pitcher's conference on the mound.
Tanner Kuna, the assistant pitching coach, out quickly. He wants to go out there and talk to Carbone and have a conversation with him.
And right now, if you're Tanner Cunha, you're just trying to say to Carbone, I know you're facing maybe the best left-handed hitter in the Cape, but got to pull it together. Even if he hits a home run, it's still a 2-run game, so don't be afraid.
Sure is. And Sharp Pie Tummons attack him here. You know, you have one of the better defenses so far. You know, you can trust your defense. Go right at these Brewster Whitecaps hitters. Now 1-0 is hardly lined. Nolan Schubart there with the base hit. And Ryder will advance to second. Close play at second base. John Gazzard hits Nolan Schubart. And just like that, the Brewster Whitecaps are threatening with 2 ducks on the pond with runners on second and third.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Nolan Schubart. Taking it into right field, dropping it in front of Groves. And Groves misplayed it off the hop. Took a dirty bounce on him, got away. That allowed Schubart, which looked like it was just going to be a single, to grab the 90 feet more and get over to second base to put 2 in scoring position now for the Whitecaps, as Carbone is still looking for the first down.
Daniel Carbone threw his first strike, and that was lined hard by Schubart. Runners on second and third here, and that will mount another conversation from Camden Janik. Quick little pitching conference as the third baseman, Daniel Cuvée, steps up to the box. So far in this day, Daniel Cuvée, 0 for 3, had a strikeout looking in his first appearance, grounded out to Wallace Clark in the third, and then struck out swinging in his last appearance in the sixth.
And it doesn't get much easier. Daniel Cuvée, pretty much a unanimous top 10 college prospect for the 2026 draft. So he's still got plenty of time to skyrocket himself up draft boards.
Yeah, the young stud freshman, once again out of the University of Miami. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses on that inner part of the zone. Count is 2-0.
And that's what the Cape does for you. It puts you in notice of the scouts so that they can see you go up against the nation's best and have an opportunity to make those jumps on the big boards.
2-0 is struck very solidly by Daniel Cuvée. That ball is fading, and it just lands fair. 1 run will score easily. Daniel Cuvée standing up on second. Here comes the second runner in. Schubart, they score. And that is a stand-up double by Daniel Cuvée.
And that is just a beautiful piece of hitting. Sinker outside off the plate. Cuvée goes with the pitch, keeps it fair, and really almost gets a home run out of it. That one hopped the wall.
And now Mitch Karer is going to step out.
And that is going to be a call to the bullpen. We'll see who this next Hyannis Harbor Hawks pitcher is. Right after this, Harbor Hawks still lead 5-3, but they are threatening.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
The Brewster Whitecaps are threatening, already scoring 2 runs, 1 run in scoring position on second base, and that'll mount a pitching change for the Harbor Hawks. Number 35, Blaine Wink.
Yeah, and Blaine Wink out of the Ohio State University. Features a hard fastball up to 97 miles an hour. Also features a slider and changeup, but the fastball is his primary weapon, throwing it about 65% of the time, and he will face a really good fastball hitter for Brewster in Cooper Vest.
Yeah, Cooper Vest so far today worked a walk, got a nice base hit there in his first 2 plate appearances. So a guy who's seen the ball well tonight, and this is like one of the guys that they would want up here. Still no outs here in the top of the 8th with Brewster Whitecaps scoring 2 runs this inning.
Big spot. Cooper Vest, the game-tying run at the plate. 2nd inning in a row, Brewster has brought that tying run to the plate.
And that Harbor Hawks scrapping a run last inning, proving pivotal here with advancing the score to 5-1. Now the score 3-5.
Still nobody out.
Still nobody out, and that is Daniel Cuvée, the man who just hit the double, the 2 RBI double on second base. Cooper Vest looking to reach on base for the 3rd time today, fouled straight back.
Beautiful pink skies beyond center field and left field here at McKeon Park. Beautiful night for baseball.
And there it is right there. You can see the beautiful pink skyline. of McKeon Park here in big game here. Beautiful weather. We got a great game here in front of us. You know, the Brewster Whitecaps here putting some pressure on these Harbor Hawks here with the top of the 8th. Little comeback here, 5-3, still no outs. Fast ball up in the zone. Gets them swinging. Evens the count back up here to 2-2.
Wonder if maybe off of that high fastball drops a breaking ball or a changeup. Change the eye level.
2-2. Misses right off the corner. Camden Janik held it there like he thought he had it. Umpire behind the plate, Marvick Gomez, saying otherwise, just off the plate outside.
It's a big full count here for Wink.
And the slide step pitch, hard swing into that left center gap, but reaching over to it is the left fielder, Kane Kepley. Almost making a play over there at second base. But the first out of the Harbor Hawks, top of the 8th, is there.
Man, sometimes it'll be the 70-mile-an-hour hit that drops down for a base hit, and then that one at 96 to the opposite field, right at Kane Kepley, who makes a nice play to get the ball back and keep Cuvée at second base.
And a big first out there by Blaine Wink, able to get the first guy he sees out. Still a runner in scoring position, and that'll bring up Jaden Hilton. Jaden, hard swing right at Eric Snow, and unassisted gets the double play. And that is a big-time play and a big-time pitch there by Blaine Wink to be able to stop the bleeding. And that is going to end the top of the 8th. Harbor Hawks have a chance to answer in the bottom of the 8th. Harbor Hawks lead 5-3.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Get off.
And as we enter here in the bottom of the 8th, Brewster Whitecaps putting a little bit of pressure on the Harbor Hawks, able to score some runs, scores 5-3. And due up this inning, it'll be the TCU man, Anthony Silva, followed up by the second baseman, Eric Snow. Then Nick Groves coming in right field to be the third man due up this inning.
And those last two, hopefully we can get Josie back on the mic soon enough for her. Seemed like she had something for us, but let's go back to that last inning. 3 outs were made in the inning on 2 plays, 96 mile an hour off the bat and then 95 miles an hour off the bat. Harbor Hawks catching a nice break and making a couple nice plays.
Sometimes in baseball, it's better to be lucky than good. You can hit the ball on the screws, perfect. Still getting out. Anthony Silva looking here to start in the bottom of the 8th, score a couple runs, give the Harbor Hawks back a little bit of cushion. Chuno to Silva. Fastball misses arm side from Huseman. Silva quickly up in the count, 3-0. See if they give him the green light here. The 3-0 from Huseman. Goes to the breaking ball. Misses. Glove side. And Anthony Silva works a 4-pitch walk. Runner on first, and leadoff man is on for the Harbor Hawks.
Nice job by Anthony Silva at the bottom of the lineup getting on base for Eric Snow. Newly transferred into the SEC, Auburn.
Yeah, coming off that big defensive play as well, doubling up Hilton at second.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, strike one. Pulled it back pretty quickly there, so I'm interested to see if Eric Snow's going to swing away here and just trying to draw in the third baseman Cuvée and try to open up that left side in the 6-hole. 0-1 delivery. Two-seam low and away. Eric Snow slaps it down the line. And just like that, Levi Huseman is up in the count 0-2.
Snow impresses me every single swing he has. He's clearly been sitting off speed all night long, just fouling off that fastball.
Even with him using his hands all game long, the second baseman, Andrew Fisher, working towards second base, leaving that right side open. That ball is going down the line. And a diving effort by Rogers, but no avail. Ball comes up empty. Eric Snow moving to second base. Anthony Silva moving into third. And another handsy hit double for Eric Snow.
And that's the beauty of baseball. Again, 75 miles an hour off the bat. Eric Snow wasn't even sure himself if that would stay fair. It was a diving attempt by the right fielder, but not able to come up with it. And we get a no-out double, second and third. 2 runners in scoring position for Nick Groves.
J.D. Rogers full extended over there in right field, just coming up short. Looks like it may have hit his glove. I mean, full body effort there by J.D. Rogers, just comes up short. Now left fielder Kane Kepley due up here with count 1-0. And just like that, score 5-3. The infield will come back in. All toes on the grass here for Brewster Whitecaps with the second hitter up, Kane Kepley. The 1-0. Ball down, says umpire Marvin Gomez. Count is 2-0. Kane Kepley so far has an RBI. Got a sac fly earlier in the 5th inning, has an RBI to his name. Huseman, the pitch. Line drive, base hit. 1 run will score easily. Eric Snow will go station to station, even with the bobble over there in right field by Rogers. And just like that, Kane Kepley gets another RBI to his name. And that is right fielder Nick Groves with the base hit and an RBI.
Yeah, Groves hit that one on the screws as well, right in that gap between the first baseman and the second baseman that I was talking about in his last at-bat. Seems like he may have noticed it for that one.
And that'll flip the lineup over. Parker Brocious. Harbor Hawks doing a lot of damage here early, and a hard ground ball into the 6-hole. Parker Brocious with an RBI single. Eric Snow comes in easily, and that'll extend the Harbor Hawks lead.
And just when the Brewster Whitecaps started to figure things out, it's the Hyannis Harbor Hawks again with timely hitting to try and hand the stiff arm out to the Whitecaps to extend their lead.
And they still have plenty of chances here, guys, to extend that lead even further with Kane Kepley, one of the best hitters on this team, up with nobody out.
And that was Nick Groves earlier who got the base hit. Kane Kepley, the real Kane Kepley, due up now with runners on first and second. Still here with no outs. So far, the Brewster Whitecaps did damage in that top half of the innings with no outs, and the Harbor Hawks quickly answered.
Now you wonder, as that pitch called a ball, do they put on the bunt sign, as we're going to get a meeting at the mound, allows us to talk about this situationally, but runners on first and second, you've got the 3-hitter John Gazdar up next. You wonder if maybe they consider to throw on the bunt sign, even if it is to bunt for a hit. See if you can beat something out and, at the very worst, move the runners who are both very speedy into scoring position.
Yeah, and a guy with good hands in Kane Kepley. You know, yeah, you could definitely see a drag bunt here, lefty on lefty matchup. You know, you're going to expect a strike here, have a chance to maybe throw down a drag bunt with John Gazdar on deck. But, yeah, if he were to bunt, I would only assume it would be for a bunt for a base hit.
Yeah, and with that being said, a 2-0 count, you have to imagine that they're at the very least going to let him get a strike, give him a chance to swing the bat. Maybe if this next pitch is a strike, goes to 2-1, then maybe they put on the bunt sign.
And let's see what they decide to do here with Kane Kepley. 2-0, no outs here. And that breaking ball way off glove side from Huseman. Just like that, 3-0. Look to see if Kane Kepley has the green light here with no outs. Runs on first and second. Huseman sets the 3-0. Another glove side miss from Huseman. Now will load the bases up. And just like that, John Gazzar, the 3-hole, comes up to plate.
Yeah, it's just been big at-bat after big at-bat once again for this Hyannis Harbor Hawks team. And we always talk about it, it's contagious hitting.
John Gazzar having a base hit. And that is a chopper up the middle. There's one. That cannot get the one. And that is not on the transfer, just a misplay over there up the middle.
You know what they say. The better you are, the luckier you get. Hyannis extends their lead to 8-3, and that's really the one ball that Gazdar has not hit very well all day, and that ends up being the one where he drives in the run.
A little miscue up the middle extends the lead to 8-3, and that is a hard hit by Wallace Clark. Going down the left field line, just going foul. Hard skip to beat there throughout McKeon Park as Wallace Clark seemed to turn on that one, just coming up a little too early.
If it was fair, it was long gone into the night sky in Hyannisport.
And up the middle, Mora diving play, stops the ball. No play, play at the plate. And has plenty of time to get the speedy Kane Kepley. One run will score, though, in Parker Brocious. And that ball up the middle. Harbor Hawks lead 9-3.
Yeah, and that was just a play there where, you know, we knew coming into the season that Hyannis would try to force defensive mistakes. Seems like they're maybe being a bit too aggressive right now, but to be fair to them, they have also created mistakes these past 3 games. So they score the run, they get the 6-run lead. Kepley just probably don't need that there. And I don't know if he was being sent, if it was on his own, whatever it was, but nobody out. I feel like maybe in the future they won't send him.
Brewster Whitecaps get their first out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So far, 1 out this inning, but Harbor Hawks able to have a nice answer to the 2-run in the top half of the inning. Has scored 4 runs so far here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 runners still on. And John Gazzard at first, Wallace Clark on first base. Breaking ball inside. Brushes the feet back there a little bit for ball 1. Ball 2. Michael DeTalo so far has 2 RBIs to his name with a runner in scoring position over there on second base. Huseman looks, deals. High cheddar. Ball's going, and it goes way foul over there on the right side.
DeTalo, another guy who has hit the ball on the screws today a couple times. 2 line drive hits today. 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies. Trying to add to the Harbor Hawks 4 spot here so far in this 8th inning.
Huseman looks in. The 2-2 delivery. Fouled straight back from DeTalo. Count remains 2-2. Levi Huseman looking to stop the bleeding here and go right at these hitters. The 2-2 hard right on the screws. It gets by the second baseman Fisher. That will allow John Gazzar to score. Wallace Clark move from first to third. And just like that, runners are on the corners. Hyannis continues the lead to 10-3.
Yeah, it continues to be just really strong at bats. And they are just teeing off right now on Huseman here in this bottom of the 8th.
And just not Andrew Fisher's day today defensively over there at second base. I don't think that one will be marked as an error, as it was hit pretty hard, but definitely a play where he'll tell you he should be making that play.
And another hard hit ball from Michael DeTalo. Gets an RBI. That's 3 RBIs for him on the day. And that'll bring up the battery man, number 19, Camden Janik.
And in doing so, this is the 9th batter to see the plate here in this home half of the 8th.
Count is 0-1. Fastball in on the hands of Janik. Fisted for a strike way off into the woods.
Janik technically the game-winning run right now. Up by 7 after the 7th inning. 2 runners on base. A home run here would actually be a walk-off.
Huseman got the lead, 0-2. Ball up the middle. Goes for Wallace instead of the double play. Wallace tries to go for the juke. Gets him tagged out. And that will be the second out of the inning. That will be the 9th batter up. Anthony Silva due up next.
You see the Harbor Hawks mentality there. Running on contact pretty much with anything hitting the infield. And didn't work that time. Hasn't worked a couple times tonight. But we know that, I mean, we both experienced, all 3 of us have experienced a Cape season already. And running on contact does typically pay its benefits in the long term.
And the 9th hitter of the inning, Anthony Silva, already started off this bottom of the 8th with a walk coming around to score. Now with 2 runners in scoring position, they have a chance to extend this lead. Let's take a look at this College World Series going on so far. Earlier in the day, Florida taking down NC State in the elimination game. Then as we look in the top of the 6th, we have Texas A&M playing Kentucky. Texas A&M so far leading in this matchup 2-0 as they enter the top of the 6th. Interesting matchups here as we talk about college baseball going around all the way to Omaha.
Oh, yeah. And if you like walk-offs, this tournament, this college baseball tournament has been for you, because it has been absolutely unbelievable entertainment the entire tournament, and we're not even close to it being over.
Oh, it's been a lot of fun to watch, and if you're a big college baseball fan like many of you are who watch the Cape Cod Summer Leagues, got to almost have a split screen going.
Yeah.
So that you're able to stay in tune with what's happening on the Cape while also watching who can be the lone team standing in Omaha. And what a stacked field this year. ACC and SEC, the only 2 conferences getting teams in, but the teams in there have been so good, so evenly well matched, I think is the result of why you're getting so many walk-offs.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're seeing a lot of these guys here who've either played in a regional, played in a super regional, or played against. We have a lot of, ACC and SEC guys here as well. So a lot of these guys playing at the highest level of competition as we're seeing in Omaha as we speak. Anthony Silva down 1-2 in the count. Fastball straight back. Count remains 1-2.
Yeah, the Cape Cod Baseball League and a total set 53 to Omaha this year between past and present Cape Leaguers. That just shows you
it's not bad at all
how good this Cape League is, that the best talent in the spring also finds themselves here in the summer.
Anthony Silva fighting these tough pitches off. Works another foul ball, staying alive. Count remains 1-2. 2 ducks on the pond.
It's working a really nice at-bat. Really hard when, this is the case with any Cape League team, but this is your number 8 hitter who's putting together an at-bat like this, fouling off your A pitch after your A pitch.
Count is 1-2 here with 2 outs. Harbor Hawks still lead 10-3. Levi with the pitch. Breaking ball on the hands. Fouls it off over. Anthony Silva lives for another pitch. And you talk about the construction of this lineup. You have this guy hitting in the 7-hole. The number 29 prospect for the 2024 draft at the beginning of that spring season. So this is a guy who's got a lot of hype, and he's in your 7-hole. A lot of good ABs shown here all through 1 through 9 of this Hyannis Harbor Hawk lineup. 1-2 breaking ball. Good and tough take there by Anthony Silva. Evens the count to 2-2. And after fighting off a lot of tough pitches, Anthony Silva, great take there on that back foot slider. The 2s are hot in McKeon Park with number 2, Anthony Silva, up to the plate as well. Fastball up in the zone, taken for a ball. Great at bat so far here from Anthony Silva. The count is 3-2. 2 outs, 2 ducks on the pond here in McKeon Park.
Feels like everyone in McKeon Park right now is locked into this at bat.
And the delivery. Anthony Silva foul tips it into the glove of Ryder Helfrich. And after a great at bat, Anthony Silva is finally put away. And as we head into this top of the 9th, let's send it over to our sideline zone. And we'll send it here, and we'll go into the top of the 9th. The score here is Hyannis 10, Brewster 3.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference. Leave your mark. Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself. Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Three outs remaining in this ball game. If Blaine Wink can continue his success and get 3 outs here. Score, Hyannis 10, Brewster Whitecaps 3.
Yeah, and it's just been a hit parade for Hyannis today. 14 hits with 10 runs, just 1 error made in the field. Brewster has helped them out a little bit with 2 errors themselves, but anytime you get 14 hits, you're not going to lose many ball games.
Oh, and it's been the bats that have been so good all year long for the Harbor Hawks so far here in 3 games.
Chase Moore up at the plate, 0 for 3 so far in this matchup, trying to find his first time on base. Blaine Wink, 1-1 the count, 0 outs here as we start the top of the 9th. Hard fastball in the outer corner, fouled off. Blaine Wink up in the count, 1-2. Let's see which pitch he decides to go here in his arsenal. Blaine Wink working out of the windup. Rig number 35 delivers the 1-2. Off speed, chopper, slow. They're letting it go, and the ball's going to stay fair. And just like that, the leadoff man is on in Chase Mora.
It's the second ball we've seen hit today down that third base line that thought you might have go foul, but just rides that line the entire way down. And after 3 outs were made on 2 balls hit over 95 miles an hour. You get 1 hit on a ball that didn't even register on TrackMan.
Yeah, and that is just baseball for you. And with Chase Mora on first base, they decide not to hold him. They're going to keep the defense back. R.J. Johnson Jr. due up second here in the top of the 9th with 3 outs remaining. Oh, 1 misses arm side, goes by Janik. That will allow Chase Mora to move to second base. Now with a runner in scoring position, R.J. Johnson has a chance to get an RBI with a base hit.
R.J. Johnson today 0 for 3, does not have a hit yet on this young season.
Big swing from R.J. Johnson Jr. Blaine Wink up in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with nobody out so far here in the 9th. Just misses out in that outer half of the corner. R.J. Johnson able to even the count.
Ball is coming off of Wink's hands hard. 95 miles an hour on that last pitch.
And right off the foot, there is R.J. Johnson Jr. And like you mentioned, Josh, a lot of velocity, 94, 95 coming at his hand, and having some arm side run too. That is not a flat 94, 95 mile per hour fastball. That ball has some arm side dive to it. So look for him to really use that on these lefties moving away. Chase Mora over at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Still nobody gone here in the 9th. And there is the first out as he gets R.J. Johnson with a big swing there for the first out of the inning.
That is a disgusting changeup there. After peppering him with fastballs in the zone, you follow that up with a changeup that just drops and just dotted on the bottom outside corner.
And when you have a guy having that arm side run, that 2-seam sinker, and having that changeup right behind it, those 2 pitches look the same coming out of his hand, and they both move down and away to a lefty. So they both have that same tunnel, with 1 pitch having 6 miles per hour difference. And that'll flip the lineup over. Number 26, J.D. Rogers, the right fielder, up for the Brewster Whitecaps. Fastball up in the zone for a ball. J.D. Rogers so far, 1 for 3 on the day, working a walk in his last plate appearance. Big swing over there for count 1 and 2. 93 up in the zone.
Yeah, good pitch. It's that fastball that appears to be really working for him by eye level against these Whitecaps.
1-2, fouled, straight back, stays alive. J.D. Rogers works another life. That ball really flying out of his hand right there, working away to the lefty, Rogers. You know, we saw that in his last at-bat where Blaine Wink would throw fastballs, 2 seams on that outer half and then drop a changeup in behind it. Let's see if he tries to work that in here against J.D. Rogers. Blaine Wink looked to throw that off-speed pitch. Yeah, that was the changeup. Low and away, tried to get it there, try to get the same result as he did against R.J. Johnson.
Yeah, I think that time he just left that pitch a little bit too high. Otherwise, he would have gotten that whiff. Definitely still fooled the hitter.
And a chopper to Eric Snow's arm side, makes the play up the middle. Able to beat it out is J.D. Rogers, safe at first place. Tough play for Eric Snow. Runners on the corner here in the top of the 9th.
Yeah, good piece of hitting by Rogers, sending Snow deep into the hole, and nothing that Snow can really do about it. It was a ball that was coming on to him. He was too deep in the hole, and with the speed of Rogers, can only do as much as what the ground ball gives you in that scenario.
Runner on first and third here, and that'll bring up the catcher, Ryder Helfrich, the man from Arkansas. The Razorbacks so far 1 for 4 on the day, having that line drive base hit there in the first inning.
Helfrich, his last time up, gave everyone at McKeon Park.
And he hits whistle on the screws, going down the left field line and just going foul.
Man, that was almost the worst timing you could possibly have. What I was going to say, actually, I don't even know if I should at this point, but his last time up, he hit a ball deep to the warning track, and it looked like off the bat he thought he even got it. Kind of gave it a little bit of a bat toss, but at that time, I mean, milliseconds off a little bit too early, sending that one deep into the Hyannis night.
The 0-2 tries to speed it up right behind it. Fastball up in the zone, coming at 95. Right up in the zone there to Helfrich. Count is 1-2, 1 out. Runners still remain on the corners here. Ball just down and away. Great take there by Ryder Helfrich.
Blaine Wink. Right now, if you're Blaine Wink, you got to just completely ignore the runner on first.
And that is a hard line drive pop-up deep center field. Parker Broche going back, settles under it, makes the play, and easily scoring one is for the Brew Caps. That is a deep fly ball for Ryan Helfrich. He'll get an RBI.
Gave that ball a ride, too. It sounded like off the bat he really barreled it just a little bit under it. And if those two last swings for Helfrich were any indication of how his Cape season is going to go, he is going to be trouble in the East Division.
Two outs here in the top of the ninth. Harbor Hawks lead 10-4 now. Strike one is a breaking ball for a strike. This will bring up Nolan Schubart, number 15, the left fielder. Andrew Fisher up at the plate. Ball in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. Andrew Fisher walked and scored in his last plate appearance for the Brewster Whitecaps.
Now the Whitecaps trying to work some two-out magic. Get themselves back into this game, but with YD falling 3-2 to the Mariners today, Harbor Hawks looking to be the lone undefeated team on the Cape.
Runner in motion. Don't even try to go for him as the count is 2-2 here in McKeon Park.
Little defensive indifference. No need to let anything funky happen. Up by 6 runs. That run does not mean anything.
Top of the ninth, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball in the dirt. Runner will not advance. The great block there by Janik. All knotted up at 3-2 here with runner on second base, 2 outs.
That Camden Janik doing a great job getting down to his knee to get a blocker on at his right side, keeping it in front of him. Not allowing Rogers, while the run does appear to be meaningless at the moment, keep him at bay at second.
And Blaine Wink just missed his arm side, and that'll be a free pass for Andrew Fisher.
Now all of a sudden, I know it's still a 6-run lead. Even a home run makes it 3, but look who's up. It's Nolan Schubart. Right after him, it doesn't get much easier with Daniel Cuvée.
Yeah, and this is the part of the lineup that we saw just in that last inning. Put up a couple runs. That's where it started, and that's where the power starts showing. A couple doubles for the Brewster Whitecaps. This is where that they mounted up those 2 runs in that last inning.
I don't know what it is with Brewster, but they have a knack for getting these big power hitters.
Ball up in the zone in the first pitch.
Look back. I believe Aaron Judge, Pete Alonso both played for the Whitecaps. Last season, James Tibbs of Florida State. And now Nolan Schubart.
A 1-0 tied up on the hands, just missed inside for a ball. Camden Janet going to go talk to his pitcher a little bit, just talk him through it a little bit. Just missed on that inner half. 2 balls, no strikes here with still 2 outs here. 1 out. Brewster is down to their last out. Schubart doubled and scored in his last plate appearance back in the 8th. The 2-0. Hard hit straight back from Schubart. And we've talked about it. Those meetings, even how simple they may be, the pitcher always seems to come back and throw a strike on that next pitch, and so far it is deemed true so far here for the Harbor Hawks. 2 balls, 1 strike into Schubart. Ball just missed out in the zone. 3-1.
I got to check myself here, guys. Pete Alonso played for the Bourne Braves. That's my fault. But either way, I'll take James Tibbs and Aaron Judge any day of the week. And then add Nolan Schubart and Daniel Cuvée. Still a pretty stacked team.
And showed a little bit of power there. Parker Broche working up. Gets under it, has room, and makes the 3rd out of the game. And that'll do it. Hyannis Harbor Hawks get the victory, move to 3-0. They are the lone undefeated team here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Hyannis Harbor Hawks win 10 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. Brewster Whitecaps 4 runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors.
Yeah, it was a great game all around, and it was really capitalized by the huge 8th inning that saw 10 Harbor Hawk batters find themselves in the box. They were able to score 5 and stiff arm the Whitecaps. And for Hyannis, the good times keep rolling as Chatham comes into town tomorrow night to close out the first couple of games of this season. Hyannis firing on all cylinders.
Absolutely right, Jacob. And I mean, what's better than being 3-0? It is a good feeling. They're going to have a chance to make that 4-0 right here back at McKeon Park tomorrow night.
And that is going to do it here at McKeon Park. The Harbor Hawks get the victory 10-4, and that is going to do it for us. We'll see you back tomorrow night. From Nico Sharp, Jacob Irons, Josh Schreiber, our sideline reporters, Matt Coates and Josie Briles. We have Chase Avery, Dan Bottolino, and even Charlie Adams, new body here with us, and Zoe Green. Our producer's getting it all done today. That'll do it from McKeon Park. We will see you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.